Yo. Hello, hello. How's it going, chat? Yay. I can see my own message. Good. Man, YouTube is... Anyway. Uh, so, yesterday we finished volume 35. Today, I'm gonna try and go through the entirety of volume 36. So, uh, let's see. Everything looks good. Okay. Don't have much to add to that. I guess we can start. Okay. Chapter. Where is it? Is there no chapter title? We're supposed to be chapter 300 and... I forgot. 271 maybe? Let's check the... Yeah, 71. Mission. Okay. I don't know why it's not on the first page. It usually is. Anyway. Wait, what's going on? Why am I under arrest? Yeah, this is the girl who caused the commotion that allowed Silent Majority to attack last chapter. Right after you drew everyone's attention, Barrigan was attacked. This is Sakata, the third prince's personal guard. I request that Queen Seiko be charged under suspicion of being Seiko, which is, yeah, she's the mother for all of the maids. All four maids, because both of them, Kacho and Fugetsu, sent two maids. Or servants, I guess. Personal guard. I request that Queen Seiko be charged under suspicion of being an accomplice to Berrigan's murder and plotting to assassinate the 14th prince. Request denied. Huh? Why? And yeah, and we get the one and only shot we ever get of this person. Togashi just keeps throwing characters after character that we never even come back to. Wait, I think actually we see them one more time in the last batch or in the last couple of chapters that released recently. I feel like I remember him talking to Benjamin. Maybe. Who knows? Go back here. 1 second, I need to fix something. I guess I can't fix it. Never mind. Anyway. I have a feeling we've seen him one more time. With Prince Benjamin, maybe. Anyway. Circumstantial evidence is easy to fabricate. It doesn't clear the royal family privilege protection regulation. Circumstantial evidence. Okay. We will dispatch an investigator to residential quarters 10 to monitor for 72 hours. That will be all. Supreme Magistrate Cleopatra? Yeah, Cleopatra, first tier Supreme Court. Okay. So that's where Kaiser comes in, I think? Kaiser is dispatched to Prince not Fugetsu, Kacho, which is number 10. Okay. Is there no way? No. We can't hand over your weapons during lessons. We can't hand over your weapons? Oh, they're asking for their weapons back. Okay. What if the same thing happens again? We've taken measures. You knew the terms when you decided to come. We're not the ones pushing for a change of plans. Decide if you'd like to continue. Let me find a better music track. You decide if you'd like to continue by 10. Which it's almost 10. 15 until 10. Okay. Unless... it's been so long since I've looked at an actual clock. It's all digital nowadays. Yeah, 9 should be on the corner, yeah. It's 15 minutes till 10. Any delay I won't be able to guarantee the 2-week time limit. Timeline. Okay, they are all contacting their superiors, at least the ones that have an issue. Like this guy, these guys don't seem to care. My queen, please come with us. Okay. My queen, please come with us. Okay. You don't need to go with them. Don't you need to go with them? It's the prince's mission, isn't it? Don't interfere with my mission. Oh, don't interfere with my mission, it's the prince's mission, isn't it? And the prince told me how you handle it is up to you. He also said, stake your life. Failure is not an option. Are you sure about this? Perfectly. If you weren't here. It's so fun being here with you. So Bobby Mina is not doing his job as expected, at least from Furikov's perspective. He's not chasing down the prince and trying to figure out all the information he can glean by forcing himself on the queen and prince. And Furikov is being suspicious of his behavior. Okay. Yeah, and the servant that switched the phone call. What? I need to ask you 2 questions. Did you attack Berrigan? Berrigan, the man who died? No, it wasn't me. Can you use Nen? That's crazy. I'd never even heard of it until yesterday. Why me? I can't take this. I apologize. There are only a few people who were also associated with the previous incident. Yeah, they don't know about what we know, because we heard the inner monologue of Silent Majority. But according to Korobika, he just saw somebody cause a commotion and then somebody else get taken out. He doesn't know that the information that we were given by Silent Majority's inner monologue. Bill was there too. He checked out already, of course. May I ask if it could be 14th Prince Wobble's Nen Beast? Okay, he checked him out, I guess, is what he means. Could it be Prince Wobble? That's not possible. They're different types. Yeah, the type that attacked... what's his name? Berrigan. The Nin attack that attacked... the Nin type that attacked Berrigan was Conjuration, because it was conjured snakes. They are as real as the chain that Korabik conjures, because everybody can see them. Just like the chain. Okay. The prince's Nin beasts are parasites created through a ceremony and are invisible to normal people. Think of them as ghosts possessing their targets. Nin users can see them, normal people can't. Nin users see, normal person see them. The snakes that attacked them, yeah. But everyone there saw the snakes, they were conjured, normal people could see them just like regular matter. So they're different abilities. They still fall under Nin abilities. Simply put, the Nin user's approach to risk is different. A conjured snake visible to anyone brings a higher risk of getting caught. The greater the risk or higher the difficulty of execution, the more powerful the ability. On the other hand, a parasite that only Nin users can see uses a lot of energy to be invisible to normal people, so its user has to make a different sort of trade-off. For this succession battle, there would have had to be a tremendous amount of energy to infest 14 people with different Nin beasts. Korbika clocks it that hey, this doesn't add up. Where are they getting all this power to conjure all these beasts? Korbika, what's the matter? Is it another headache? No, I'm fine. Everyone here has been cleared. Perhaps, if just one person could withdraw from the succession battle, the risk-reward trade-off would collapse and all Nin beasts might vanish. I don't get it. What's he talking about? If one person could withdraw from the succession battle, the risk-reward trade-off would collapse, and all Nin beasts might vanish. Because to conjure the Nin beasts, you need... I'm not feeling this music. To conjure the next batch of Nin beasts, you need the corpses of all the previous Nin succession battle victims. So if someone withdraws from it, it breaks the cycle. Maybe? I don't know. I'll look for an opportunity to interrogate the others with my chain if possible. I'll try to subtly observe the others as well. Chain if possible, okay. So everyone stayed. Then let's begin. Of course, these are our prince's orders. Then let's begin. First, clasp your right and left hands together in whatever way that's natural to you. Done. We can roughly divide people into Nin learning groups of by the way they collapse their hands. That doesn't seem very useful. Like, a person could have multiple ways that they clasp their hands together, no? Like some people could one day feel like this, another day feel like this. It's not that practical, I feel, of a way to judge. But I guess if it's just an initial quick way to like guesstimate a person's personality, maybe it's just enough. Maybe they fix accordingly to the water divination method. Those with the praying hands. Shimano, why did you stay? Yeah, that's her name, Shimano. Okay. Why did you stay? Like you said, it made sense to quit. You're definitely not getting paid enough in this situation. I'm so sorry, I'm not doing this grudgingly. I know, I'm just grateful to you. Thank you for staying. My family has served the royal family for generations. Both my grandparents fulfilled their duties until their deaths, but my father and mother became ill, so it was not possible for them. That was their regret. They both told me when they died, that I should serve the royal family until my death. I see, but I thought this wasn't the kind of death I imagined. And I panicked and blurted out something misleading. So the queen also noticed her saying this, I guess. Okay. It's fine. Do you have any siblings? No, I'm an only child. Why are we getting so much of Shimano? It could be something that she's gonna become an important character, or as Togashi usually does, he just just develops his characters for no reason. Do you have any siblings? No, I'm the only one. I'm the middle of five. Oito. I'm the middle of five. I have both older and younger brothers and sisters. Both older and younger brothers and sisters. So she has one older brother, one older sister, and same with the younger siblings. I envy you. I wanted an older brother. They just bossed me around when I was little. Is that so? That's interesting. 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 Like, the working theory is that Beyond is her father. And to have 5 children? It would be pretty hard for her not to recognize Beyond as her father. If he was around enough to give her 4 other brothers. Or 4 siblings. Might not work that Beyond is her father. It might just not be a valid theory. Is that so? The class from this point, I mean, nothing specifically. Yeah, because she's... The thing that doesn't make sense is that eventually she's surprised that Beyond would father a prince with one of the queens. But if she knew that he was her father, then she would understand that Wobble would be his lineage. She also would attempt to gain his support. She would attempt to ask Beyond for help in the succession war. So yeah, she must not be aware, or she must not be Beyond's child. Okay, the class from this point will be split into groups. Prayers, close your eyes and imagine scooping water. Shakers, hold your hands in a circle and imagine the flow of aura in a clockwise direction. Catchers, imagine making cotton candy in the air. Furkov and Billerante will check the flow of aura in the groups. We're 8? Yep. Begin. What? 5,000 Jenny? Oh, we're going back to the Phantom Troop finally. But 5,000 Jenny? Just for passing through? Tier 5 Dining Hall Passageway. If you don't like it, find another route. This was designed as the Boer family's special boast, you see. But this is the only way to the cafeteria. Can they do something about this? They've bought off the soldiers in charge. They can do as they please. We got loyalty cards or a payment schedule. Or buy cans and TV dinners from our store. Why bother going to the cafe? So they're just trying to facilitate their own business. If you wanna go to the cafeteria, you're gonna have to pay us. But if you just buy from us, you don't have to pay the exorbitant. Anyway, you don't have to pay the travel cost to go to the cafeteria. It's basically blackmail. Yo, move, huh? Who do you think you're talking to, huh? Our names send chills down the. And they're dead. Or maybe not, they're alive. If this was an election, the Boer family would be the fringe candidate everyone makes fun of. We're kind of like farts, sir. Yeah. To secure territory on the new continent, Kakin's three mafia families are on this ship. Each has a direct. Yeah, the Boer family, that's not part of the mafia stuff, it's just some other random family on tier 5. That maybe they have some delinquents working for them and have gained a small bit of reputation, huh? Each has a direct line to secure territory on the new continent. Kakin's three mafia families are on this ship. Each has a direct line to a prince, and the bosses are VIPs on tier 1. So, we have people who are actually interested in conquering the fake new continent that everyone else is going to. So the island that we're gonna take all these people onto. The mafia families are thinking, hey, we're gonna have influence, we're gonna control this new territory. And run it for our own business. So they're trying to monopolize the fake new continent. Oh, that's hilarious. The lesser henchmen are, well, I mean, it makes sense. Why would they care about the actual real continent, even if they even knew about it? But if they don't, yeah, they would just be trying to conquer it for their own benefit. The lesser henchmen are scheming to whittle down the enemy numbers until landfall. What do you belong to? We're opportunistic freelance thugs. Since we're not risking anything, they take a 90% cut. Okay. The third prince is benefactor for the Shiyu. Third prince Shiyu is the Shiyu. Okay. The fourth prince is for the Haley, and the seventh prince for the Cha'ar. Cha'ar is what's his name? Kenny? Kennedy? Not Kennedy. Kenny Wang, I think. Yeah. From the Cha'ar. The Chiyu has the pigeon guy. I don't remember his name. The moment you pledge yourself to one, the other two become mortal enemies. Everyone in the syndicate either has nerves of steel or is just insane. It's probably pointless to ask him, but how do you get above tier 2? Huh? You can't. They said so in the ship announcement. Movement between tiers is impossible. There must be someone down below facilitating between the boss and henchmen. Hot-blooded youngins are neither obedient nor smart enough to do anything without chaperones. So we find them and ask to mediate with the top. So that's what they do when they meet Kenny. They ask him to take them to the upper levels. We could also just antagonize all three. Which one's the strongest? Is he saying it as a warning? Hey, careful, we could just antagonize all of them accidentally. Or does he mean, or is he like, yeah, let's go, let's do it, let's mess it up. Let's take them all on. Which one's the strongest? In terms of finance and numbers, that's the Shiyu. That's number 3. Shiyu family. Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, what are you talking about? You gotta be kidding. We don't want to defy anyone. Someone comes to take the cut, right? Call him over. You can't. You just can't. Yeah, because they're like running their business and their bay toll thing. Someone has to cash in on whatever they make. So there has to be a connection to someone on a higher level in the mafia. They decide when and where. Where and when. When? When? Okay, he's asking when. The next one is Saturday. That's fine for the loot. Loot? You don't ask the questions, just listen up. Find everyone taller than 6'2" and get their room numbers. That's your mission from now on. The search for Hisoka has begun, huh? Yo, we got a little Where's Waldo? Is there actually anybody in here? I don't see any any real characters. Yeah. Maybe Kroll is somewhere here? Don't see him. If he's here, I'm not seeing him. Kroll and Maki. They see each other. I'm going to kill... I'm going to kill Hisoka. First come, first served. Nope, no. Then let's decide by coin. We can't. Why? Coins are for disputes between two individuals. Everyone wants to kill him this time. Of course, that includes me. Okay. Just find him. He's on this ship. And we get Momoza, which is the only one who's been killed so far in Minecraft. Leaves accept my sincere condolences. It's nothing to be said about. Momoza will become the foundation for the tree of Kakin. She is shining even brighter than in life. So this is what I thought Kurabika was talking about. Because if one of the people actually managed to withdraw from the contest, but the king keeps it vague. He keeps it basically up to anybody's interpretation. But in that way, nobody can really quit, because everybody's definition of what it means to quit is different. And it doesn't follow anybody's specific definition of what it means to quit the tournament. Because maybe in your definition you've quit, but in Benjamin's definition is no, you're still a player as long as you're alive. So it doesn't count. So unless everybody agrees to a specific definition, it can't happen. And yeah, and if I remember correctly, these have a weird number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Which there's already 14 princes. And Momoza was put in here after she's dead, as in she's taken all... They're taking all the energy, all her nin away from her and collecting it somehow. Or maybe they're converting the nin beast, because to conjure the nin beast, it was conjured by the ability of the thing. So they're taking the energy back that the conjured nin beast was made out of, maybe. It's being sucked back out of each prince. And will the king himself be taken out, or will he become a player? Will he be put in one of these? So yeah, what I was saying is, Kurabika deduced that maybe if you can get someone to quit, you wouldn't put them in one of these chambers that takes out the energy, and thus you would be at a deficit. You wouldn't be able to create 14 more princes for the next succession war. Or is the reason that there's 15 here is just because the previous. Um, oh, that wouldn't make sense. This is on the ship, so they've built this. This is newly built, and they know the amount of princes that are there. Or was this, or were they teleported like Greed Island? Are they teleporting to this area? Is this area not on the ship? Oh man, too many fucking questions. If this area is not on the ship, then yeah, this must be a universal like tool chamber thing that they constantly use. And it would make sense, yeah. The king would be able to come here since he's not a participant technically. It's the 14 princes who are participants. He can leave the ship without getting pierced like Cacho. We haven't seen anybody else in here other than the king. So if he doesn't qualify as a prince, as a successor, it could be a teleportation kind of angle. Yeah. If it is teleportation, that means this number is significant. 15. Or maybe it's like the upper limit of how many successors can participate in the succession battle. So maybe in previous succession battles there was 15, maybe there was 12, but like up to 15 is how the system is designed. And maybe it works with 15, with 14. I wonder. Anyway, enough theories, let's continue. Chapter 372, Disappearance. Oh come on, you're being way too obvious. Amateurs can't make that much aura right off the bat. You're advertising your experience. Nope, they just don't know. What was the point of not raising your hands? Are 9th Prince Hulkenberg's people idiots? Shadul, Yuhirai. Shadul and Yuhirai. Shadul, Yuhirai, yes. You can use Nen. Are you testing me? Huh? No, we're not. About that, can we talk to you alone? For security reasons, I can't step away from my post and I can't let you approach me. I can talk to one of you after class. Alright, so they're not self-aware. They're either manipulated or it has to do with their prince's Nen beast. It may be their goal to stay in the room. Wait, who's speaking? Is it him speaking? It may be their goal to stay in the room. I'd like to be present as a... Oh yeah, he's asking stay in the room after the lecture. Okay, I'd like to be present as a precaution. It depends what Kurapika thought of my firing my gun. Of me firing my gun. The other one was arrested by the Royal Army. The other one was arrested by the Royal Army? What? She was a Nin user? Is it because she was being manipulated or had silent majority cast on her? Only one more secret Nin user. Only one more, and that's Longi. He knows about Longi though. This one's hiding it well. What? So there's one on top of what Furikov thinks. The rise of the aura above him looks natural, and the flow coming from his hand looks just like the uninitiated. This one's a master, must be the assassin. They still don't know that I'm on to them. I'll let it be for a while longer. So he's talking about what's her name, the servant, as being the other one. So she was initiated to Nin against her own will with silent majority. So silent majority isn't even. So we have 8 people. No. Yes. If we consider her the 7th person, that means there's another 8 person that even Furikov isn't aware of. That is using Nin. This one's hiding it well. Master. They still don't know that I'm onto them. I'll let it be for a while longer. And Kaiser is introduced. Cool. Okay, he's with Prince Kachos and Seiko, Queen Seiko, and Melody. Okay, so now I'll remain silent. Those are my rights. I won't answer any questions. You are protected under royal privilege, and you are protected under royal privilege. This is just a formality and won't enter court records. That's good, but it doesn't change anything. Alright, that saves me the trouble. We'll have to live with each other for 72 hours. You're free to move about. You're free to move about with supervision. Supervision. Yeah, supervision. If you have any requests, almost anything will be honored. But does he actually spend all that time with her? Like, I know we have very limited time on the ship. Time moves really slow when all these events are happening. So Kaiser doesn't actually spend 72 hours with Queen Savanti. At least not himself. Maybe he keeps other people in the room with them, but he himself isn't there. Okay, it's visibly larger. What do you think? Grr. It used to look like a graceful floating dragon, and it gradually became fiercer and bulked up. His sister's death accelerated the change. Nobody told him, but he knows. He can feel it. He can figure it out by himself, huh? Hanzo, Biscuit, shifts over. Oh wait. The spines are a manifestation of self-defense. Anxiety, fear, stress, and trauma are clearly affecting the Nin beast. Hanzo, Biscuit, shifts over. You sure you're going? I'll take care of this. Once we know who killed her, the prince and his Nin beast might calm down. I mean, not unless you tell them that you specifically managed to figure it out and get them. If anyone touches or talks to my original body, I'll get called back. I need you to be my lookout. If anybody touches or talks to my original body. That's pretty strict. Like if somebody just calls out his name from afar, from the other room. I need you to be, I guess that's why it lets him have so much freedom. I need you to be my lookout. I need my beauty sleep, you know. You'll owe me one nature beauty back. Fine. Hanzo, skill 4, Art of the Doppelganger. Was activating his clone no jutsu. Okay. I'm here to help. First, Prince Benjamin wants to see you. First, Prince Benjamin? This is a headhunt. We made a deal with the army. Nagumam next door is going to confess to the murder in his suicide note. But for the court records, we'll need the specific killing method. You'll have to disclose your secret. Okay. Nin abilities and Nin beasts have become public, so now they're officially admissible as evidence in court. A detailed reveal of the ability on the note would be the perfect touch. I see. My ability is a doppelganger. Astral projection, the touch. If I close my eyes and lay prone, my doppelganger can do anything within 20 meters. Okay. Nagumam is drugged right now. Help me stage the suicide. Sure. But how did you know I was a 50% shot? It was a 50% shot. I just wanted to test you first. It was either one of these two guys that was taking a rest and not on guard duty. So he just won the coin flip by asking this guy first. Tell us, what are you gonna do? I mean, what would he have said if turns out if it turns out that he flipped the he didn't succeed on the coin flip. If the other guy is strangled to death and he leaves this guy alive because he wasn't the murderer, but then this guy comes in and he says, hey, a guy came in and asked me all these questions and yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't be suicide, I guess. Or they wouldn't in Minecraft. Anyway, tell us, what are you gonna do? It's going to be a surprise, but we can't go to the banquet. Yeah, we can't see you change the world, so tell us first. I'll give you a hint. What? Really? Okay. Only I can see the Nin beast in this room. Those 5 bodyguards and mistresses are cautious of me, so they're with the 8th prince all the time, but they're no threat to me. As long as I can completely figure out that Nin beast's ability, or even the pattern in its appearance, and avoid its attack, I could finish the job in 5 seconds. It's linked closely to his libido. It's around all day, but I've seen 3 situations where it goes into hiding. If I aim for the moment it disappears, I won't even have to take its ability into account. Sorry, 8th Prince. You're not going to change the world. Oh, sorry, 8th Prince. You're not going to change the world. Then I'll put it over the PA system. Yay! What did you think of the Book of Tyson? Did it rock your world? Yeah, every word resonated with me. Every line is so profound. I want to savor the experience. Just the chapter titles and the table of contents are so gripping. I can't get past them. Amazing. You just admitted you haven't even read it. I apologize, I haven't read it yet either. That's okay, there's a right time and base for everyone. She's at least not bushy with it, huh? But I guarantee that you have something special inside you. My book will send you to the next stage. Yes, my emotions are evolving. Say Izu, I can't get rid of this. What's going on? Me neither. We're the only ones who can see them, and they seem to be harmless so far. So these are the things that will manipulate you when you start reading the Book of Tyson. I assume the ability must be related to them and the book. Since there's none on Orao, Benjamin's soldier? What's Orao? How do you say that? Aura. I'm just gonna call him Aura. Does that mean we've found favor with the prince? Spread the news. We don't know yet. There could be other. We don't know yet. There could be other rules, idiot. Izu, you're in. You're just in denial. Shut up. Why are you so happy-go-lucky? So, they have them, but this person doesn't. I think the difference is that they specifically do want to actually protect the prince, Tyson. But this guy has no intention of even thinking or entertaining the idea of protecting the prince. So that's why they have the parasites attached to them. The parasites can detect that these people are willing to work with and help Tyson. Meanwhile, this guy can't, so they're avoiding him. This guy probably is immune to the brainwashing. That's all for today. Same time tomorrow. Day 2. 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. So they finished the lesson. That's the first lesson on the second day, yeah. Okay. Fyurikov and Kurapika are both admiring the people from without saying a word. Why? Nothing from the assassin since. 1 kill a day? 5 guards were killed on the first day. The conditions must not have been met this time. Yeah, and whoever killed the guards the last time, this time the conditions weren't met. Was it silent majority? Was silent majority there from the start? Is it the ability of one of the... I don't know. Nobody was left except like Kurabika, Bill, and like Shimano, and maybe one other servant. So other than those 3 or 4, I think that definitely has to be the Wobble's Nin Beast ability. So the conditions for the Nin Beast ability must have not been met, and it didn't kill anybody today. Must have not been met this time. Kurabika, I'd like to be present. Okay. I'm sorry, but if there is a need to know, we have it, and the right to know. If we can't prioritize Prince Zhang to get information, there is no reason for us to stay. Do you really think you can get through this with you and Bill alone? Wasn't it unexpected that they killed while everyone was watching? So he's curious and he wants to gain information about these guys in case they were the people who are using silent majority. This must be the problem Bill was talking about just before I blacked out. I guarantee you'll get the information, but this time you'll have to wait. No. You know I'm right, security-wise. I need you to share all information on Nin that arises here. If you're arguing about us, I'll offer a compromise. Prince Hulkenberg would rather call this whole thing off if possible. We need information on the Nin beasts in order to settle this peacefully. Okay, and he shows his feather tattoo. All the guards had this mark, so he's just willing to share the information with third prince guard. All the guards had this mark on their left hands, including the prince. It won't wash off like a tattoo. According to the prince, he passed out right after he saw us all unconscious. When he came to, this mark was on his hand. What's strange is we don't remember blacking out, and it didn't occur to us as unnatural that he was sleeping at an odd hour. Memory revision is common in manipulator attacks. With the memory of the attackers erased, victims are less likely to panic at the sudden appearance of the mark. Memory revisions are overwhelmingly used by soliciting manipulators. Soliciting: the target is made to work for the manipulator within the choices he is given. Soliciting. So you have the option to like pick from a couple of options, but it will have effects that force you to do specific things. Coercive, depriving the target's freedom in mind and body. Pseudo-coercive, taking physical freedom or driving them into a situation where they have no choice. Wolf Prince Momoza's Ninbeast was this type. Yeah, the hamster, which it took sides? What was his name? It took his physical freedom and forced him to go on a murder spree. It uses comparatively less energy to manipulate more people. The mark has the same effect as what's used in real life. Yuhirai, a bin can record. Oh yeah, because a feather is used to write. A bin can record, teach, classify, sign, threaten, etc. How would you interpret this? How would you interpret this mark considering the ninth prince's personality? Expression of determination and solidarity would be closest. The prince keeps his resolve to himself, but when it comes to group decisions, his natural charisma influences the results. So this mark is proof of those who share the same aspirations. I agree, it makes sense that it was placed on a very visible location, but his aspirations are problematic. Yes, they're clearly contradictory. With what? Ninth Prince Hulkenberg desires the abolition of the monarchy. This battle for the throne is a golden opportunity, but killing each other is not what he wants. He told the king he wishes to withdraw, hoping it would end the contest. His sense of justice conflicts with his ambition. He's committed to his morals, even if that's the long, difficult path. Yeah, his sense of justice is in conflict with his ambition. If he wins here, even though he's not willing to kill other people, but if he does win, he does get to enforce his own ambitions and his own goals, which is contradictory to his sense of justice, which is to not kill people and not Minecraft. Not hurt other people. But as they say, he's committed to his morals, even if that's the long, difficult path. For now. But that may not be what the Nin Beast wants. Can you see the number on my finger, by the way? An aura? No, so you're half awakened. You can use Nin in a limited fashion, but you can't control it yourself. The activation must have been tied to the prince's actions. But if the prince is similarly marked, it's a dangerous sign. Huh? What do you mean? If there are no differences in the mark, it indicates that the prince thinks he and his subordinates are equal in aspiration. That idea itself is great, but it shows the risks of the ability are also equally prone among the marked. The more powerful it is, the more severe the limitations, and the stronger the recoil is upon failure. If the prince is as his reputation says, I wouldn't be surprised if it risks his life. It's important for everyone with the mark to elucidate the whole picture of the ability as soon as possible, so his faith doesn't become poison. Alright. Alright. Tell me anything you find out about his ability and I can generate a specific plan. That's a great offer, but surely by now you appreciate 8th Queen Oito's desire to avoid bloodshed. We won't abuse the information. We trust you. But you're not speaking for all the princes, right? Yeah, because if they share the information with the presence of the third prince, he could use it if he desires against them, if he needs to, right? Third Prince Zheng also prioritizes searching for a peaceable solution. So we should force Ninth Prince Hulkenberg into a situation where he has to choose between belief and justice. He's already planning how to take out Hulkenberg. Okay. Hawk is cheap. Hawks are already taking action. Hawks? The lower ranking princes will be eliminated one by one if they don't band together. Sakata's presence is a nuisance, but Kurapika's information is more valuable. I agree, let's have the princes strike a deal and make that public. Protecting 14th Prince Wobble will lead to protecting Prince Hulkenberg, is what he's thinking. It's like, okay, he trusts Kurapika, he is willing to actually work with them. And even protect the Prince Wobble. Kurapika's class info on Hulkenberg's Nenbeast, the identity of the assassin. Yeah, and the immediate problem is identifying and arresting the assassin. That's what we should focus on. And most importantly, the information of Nin. The information on Nin that would affect the battle for the throne. Getting the 3rd and 9th prince on our side is a big deal. If we could just find a way to withdraw from the battle while we buy time. I'll make an appeal to the other princes through the association members. So he will ask his hunter friends to immediate prominent identifying and arresting the assassin. And that's what we should focus on. I'll make an appeal to the other princes through the association members. I don't get what that means. 13th room, oh yeah. He comes back and nobody's there. My buddy is gone? Biscuit's gone too. What happened? Nobody's here. What in the world? Yeah, the spatial pocket dimension. The Princess Nenbeast is here. It's smaller, but more sinister. Yeah, it has these weird blend things coming out. But more sinister. So the prince must be close by. Grrr. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't get closer. What's going on? Does it attack without regard to friend or foe? Or can it even discriminate between the two? So the prince is currently worried about everybody. He doesn't trust anybody. Anything that seems out of place, he's freaking out about. That's reflected in his Nenbeast. Slam. Second Prince Camilla, is there anything you want? We can... I'm going to kill First Prince Benjamin. Either help me or die. In Minecraft. Make your choice. Aren't I nice? Prince Camilla. This isn't funny. So room 2. So she's still within room 2. I mean, he's still within room 2. I thought they kicked him out and he went back to Prince Benjamin's base of operation. No, this is still in room number 2. Okay. Second Prince Camilla, you're under arrest for conspiring to assassinate First Prince Benjamin. I order your conversation. I recorded your conversations. If you take one step closer, I'll be forced to shoot. Chapter 373, Inheritance. Oh, then shoot. Your Highness, please stop. I don't want to shoot you. Damn it, she's a counteractive type. She's closed her aura off using Zetsu, proof that she uses Nin. By reducing her defenses to 0, she maximizes risk, exponentially increasing the counterattack's power. Because of Zetsu, the guardian spirit beast's feeding off her aura isn't here. She must be very confident in her ability. Yeah, because she's using Zetsu, the beast isn't active anymore. Has no aura to feed on. Fine, I'll make a move. If I can kill her, great. If I can find out her ability, great. I warned you. Yeah, and we get the Deathbit Companions, what are they called? Or something? It's locked. Go around. They hear the shots. She's dead. No, I can't let my guard down. I'll first fulfill my conditions. Okay, he tried to touch her. So... is he just checking that she's dead, or is his ability something to do with putting a trace on her? Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what he mentioned before. Oh yeah, her ability activates now. The cat with 100 lives or something. Splat! Need. Okay. She takes his life. Wait. Does she completely get rid of his corpse as well? That is kinda OP. The cat who lived a million times. Cat's name. Counteractive Nin Beast. Activates after death and revives its users in exchange for the life of the attacker. I don't need a guardian spirit beast. I have him. Good boy. I'll come back. Nin triggered after death makes it powerful, as a resurrection ability makes me invincible. Prince Camilla. Blood, what happened? I told you not to come in. Benjamin's soldier shot me and escaped. Oh, wait, she's lying to her own troop. Benjamin's soldier shot me and escaped. I'm going after him to execute him. Incinerate his personal belongings. What? Please don't. You'll be playing it right into their hands. Please calm down. Shut up. Will you go instead? Are you prepared to defy my brother and have your entire family slaughtered? But we can't let you do this to yourself. Your Majesty, please talk her out of this. Let her do as she wishes. You all stay behind. Dum. Furikov and some guy. Your Highness, don't move. If you come any closer, we'll shoot. Is he pointing the gun at her? Or at Furikov? This kinda doesn't seem to align with her. Or Furikov. It's okay. This is Benjamin, don't attack, let her through. But she has a gun. It doesn't matter, just don't attack her. Yes, sir. Shoots both of them. Wow, you must be one of us. Well, no surprises from one of Benjamin's men. That guy is just dead. I guess he's a normal bodyguard of Prince Benjamin. Yeah, there's more of them. So he doesn't only just have military people. But military people are also part of... Wait, he just has weights around all over his room. That's hilarious. Good reaction. I aimed between your eyes. You want to say something? Go ahead. Shoot. I'm a lucky guy. Something else to look forward to. I'm a lucky guy. Something else to look forward to? I don't get what he means. Anyway, she approaches Prince Benjamin. He allows her to enter. You came alone. I'll commend your nerve at least. It's still the afternoon of the second day. I knew you were impatient, but this is ridiculous. Huh? I only followed my attempted assassin here. Hand him over here. Hand him over now. I'm not playing along with your charade. Arrest her. Tries to shoot him. What's the matter? Attack me, you coward! Get her. Get her. Stop! Leave it to me. Puts handcuffs on her. Starts sweating bullets. Prince Camilla, please don't make a fuss like that. I'll have no choice but to use force, you know? I'll kill you and your family, your entire clan, after I make sure to inflict unimaginable suffering. Family? Don't have any. Prince Benjamin is my family. You're a first-class criminal, ma'am. Yep, just lock them up whenever someone has an immortality kind of ability. It's been done to death, I would say, since what was his name? Hidan from Naruto. Same thing. They just buried that guy in a hole. These people never learn, huh? Like a moth to a flame, but we don't know what her guardian spirit beast can do, and she'll need to be watched by a nin user. Shall we call back someone who's watching another prince, or leave the 14th prince to Bobby Mina and I could? Shall we call back someone who's watching another prince, or leave the 14th prince to Bobby Mina and I could? Yeah, he could watch her. Not to worry, Musa fulfilled his duty. Musa fulfilled his duty. Camilla already had a bird on her. Yeah, he did the thing. He touched her before she killed him. Musa's ability, Secret Window. Yeah, and now Benjamin can keep track of her with the Musa's ability. With Benjamin's baton. Secret Window uses 3 different birds as spies. The owl, activated by touching the target, can only be seen by the user. It telepathically transmits everything the target says and does. The ability has currently been inherited by Benjamin. Yeah, inherited with Benjamin Baton, Vincent, Muse, live on through me. And he has one other one, other than Vincent and Muse. I guess it's someone that died before, or was it someone that we know of? I will carry out your purpose. I swear to unify the world under Kakin rule by my hand. Benjamin's ability, those who inherit the stars. Benjamin Baton. He can inherit the ability of nin users who swore loyalty to Benjamin when they die. The transfer of rights applies only to those who graduate from the Kakin Royal Military Academy and belong to Benjamin's personal army. Benjamin's Guardian Spirit Beast. Ability? Unknown. This area is off limits. You can't enter. I know, I just want to use the phone. Oh, but he's going to the other room. The quarters of... yeah, because he used to be a guardian for Prince Momoza. He's trying to go back in. The quarters of princes who drop out are sealed and the phone lines are cut. For security reasons, we need to ensure that this room remains undisturbed. Not even the king may enter here. And the only place I can contact is... So, I thought he was translucent, or what's the word? He could just walk through walls, but I guess not. He's just a normal clone. normal physical clone that has to walk around, huh? So he just snuck out of his own room back then. I guess he's a hunter. You could do that. Not even the king. The only place I can contact is 13th Prince Mariam is gone? Yeah, along with the 13th Queen and the guards. The phone in room 13 doesn't work, and only Prince Mariam's Nin Beast is there. The Nin Beast is safe and sound, so I'd like to think the disappearing act wasn't an enemy attack. But as long as I can't contact them, that's only wishful thinking. If the phone is only broken, the army should come to fix it. If not, it's not broken, but blocked through Nin. That's what you want to confirm. Room 14 is the only one I can access as an outsourced guard commissioned by the 7th Queen. But only higher ranked princes and queens or their guards can call from a lower ranked prince's quarters to a higher ranked prince. And I just realized that I'd need my ID, which is on my body, so I, the double, can't even make the call. Can you do something clandestinely without making a big deal out of it? I could trust I think we read this first, right? I could trust 9th Prince Hulkenberg's guards, but that would be tomorrow. I'd be back in my body by then. Shimano's on the phone. Rabika, a call from 13th Prince Mariam's captain of the guards. Okay. Still, nobody here. He went to check. Okay. Damn it, where are they? Where's my body? This is Vergey, 7th Queen Savanti's captain of the guards. I want to ask you something. Okay, so they just got lucky and they just got called by the room themselves. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Room 13. What's going on outside? What are you talking about? I'm asking the questions. Know your place. You're only a guard commissioned by a lower ranking queen. Rabika, room 13 was empty. If Hans was right, the 13th prince is somewhere else, room and all. I can't tell if they're hiding or were kidnapped. But the 13th prince is also teleporting to like a spatial dimension kind of room area. And the whole capsule area where the dead princes get collected could be the same. It could be like a what's the word? Not a real place that is outside the whale, but just like a fake place that you can be teleported to. I can't tell if they're hiding or were kidnapped. I have to let them know, but I feel talking through Vergey would make things complicated. It would be safest and quickest to talk to Biscuit. I doubt Vergey knows anything about Nin, but from his manner of speech, he's not one to readily admit that. Please listen to me. Your room is under the influence of someone's Nin ability. Your entire quarters, he just called him and he's like already being told, hey, your room is gone, you're not... He's started talking about some weird stuff. He's definitely not gonna like it. Your entire quarters were transported somewhere else. I would like someone from the Hunter Association to check outside the door. If you keep ignoring me and making absurd claims, I'll consider it a declaration of war. Don't you underestimate me. I don't need your advice. I apologize. Finally, I can get a word in. What's the situation with the 6 suspects of 12 Prince Momose's assassination? They all belong to higher ranked queens, so we don't get any information. I'd like your status report on the progress of the investigation. Your queen is similarly low ranked than the suspect, but since you're not directly involved, if you can gain their favor and offer us useful information, I could send you the association members who had been assigned to 12th Prince Momoz. I'm grateful for this gracious offer. May I say something? What is it? We've already obtained concrete information on the perpetrator of the 12th Prince Momoz's assassination. You mean his identity? Yes. I can explain how we found out. We desire a peaceful resolution to the seed urn ceremony. For that, a coalition among princes is imperative. So he's going to use Hanzo's. Hanzo's gonna cooperate with Korobika to blackmail him into taking the information, even though Hanzo could just tell him himself. We currently have, but it works better in Hanzo's case to like have Korobika on cooperative terms with all of the guards from his own unit. We currently have a ceasefire agreement with the 3rd, 5th, and 9th princes. As you know, I've offered information about and instruction in Nin to all princes. I want to prevent the tragedy of the young prince becoming victims at all costs. As I said, Room 13 is under the influence of someone's Nin ability. Please trust us. I promise it will help solve the problem if you can find out what's going on and share what you discovered. If you say so, fine. Thank you. We'll have a hunter look outside and report the findings. If there's something unusual, you can tell us how to approach it and give us the name of the assassin. Is that what you hoped to hear? Bro, he's so full of himself. I told you not to underestimate me. A number of violent deaths occurred in Room 14 and everyone found out about Nin. But all Hunter Association members say is Nin exists, but it can't be seen by anybody who hasn't learned it yet. And on top of that, there was another death at your Nin class. And when I called you about an incident in Room 13, you claimed to know who did it? How could we trust you when it's also convenient for you? Just like how Dracula tricks people into inviting him into their houses. How else could I see you? We will not open the door from our side. If that doesn't matter to you, try exposing the assassin. Alright, the assassin was Tufty, the guard serving 5th Queen Swinko Swinko. Swinko Swinko, okay. He committed suicide in his holding cell and Minecraft. And he disclosed how he entered the prince's bedroom and his ability in a will. By the way, Tufty was in his bed at the time of the crime. Outsiders would not be privy to this information. I would like you to understand that I'm not spouting baseless nonsense. Considering the power relationship between the 5th queen, the 8th prince, 5th queen, who's 5th queen? 5th queen is Swinky Swinko, I assume. The 8th prince, Saleh Saleh, and higher ranking queens and princes are... The trial should go off without a hitch. The assassin's name should be officially revealed before long. In all likelihood, he will be treated as if he worked alone. The more the higher ranking queens and princes get involved, the more conspicuous it will be. Whew. The cycle of assassinations won't stop. Hello? My mouse just died. What's going on? Is it out of juice? Let me check. Yeah, I need to charge my mouse. Give me a second. Okay, this here. Okay. In all likelihood, the cycle of assassinations won't stop. Please reconsider the coalition. Okay, this was helpful. Isn't the Hunter Association as an organization using the Seed Urn ceremony to destroy Cockeen from within? Nothing you've said would eradicate my suspicion, but in fact, it only deepens. He's quite stubborn. He trusts nobody but himself. I figured it seems Vergey wouldn't stand us from the beginning. I don't know where they are, but we know contact is possible. You're the only one who knows what's going on, so I'd like you to stay in room 13. I'll get back to my body once break is over anyway. Until then, I'll make use of this ethereal body to look into things. Okay, so he's going to make use of this time, now that he knows everybody is actually safe and nothing weird is going on. He's calmed down and he's going to utilize this time to go and gather information. It concerns me that he didn't try to confirm the source of my information. He may be suspicious of an inside job and didn't mention it on purpose. Be careful, it's possible. I don't think it's going to devolve into a witch hunt at this point, but I'll be prudent. Korabika, anything you want me to check out? I'm good. You should prioritize the information you need for 13th Prince Marian's safety. He can't even put himself first. See ya! Is that construction? Somebody digging the wall? Sorry about that noise. I think it's getting picked up a little bit. I think somebody's doing some construction nearby. Sorry. Korabika, I'd like you to tell me what you know about room 13th being under the influence of Nen. I was just out here, just I don't know, just like, please, information, give me anything, everything, show me. Okay, room 13 and everyone inside have been, oh, what he's asking is explain more in more detail, but I think he heard everything and was curious. Room 13 and everyone inside have been transported somewhere, and we don't know if it's defensive or if it was an attack. Abilities that separate a space are a forte of emitters and conjurers. The forte. Okay. Emitters can move space itself, and conjurers can create a space with various rules. Bobby Mina has stopped interfering. Is it a strategy, or is he waiting until the assassin is found? I think it's an act of defense by 13th Prince Mariam's Ninbeast. News from Hanzo will be key. Alright, keep me in the loop, of course. Bill is watching the Queen. Shimano's making supper. 37 hours and 30 minutes since departure. Oh, we get this, yeah. Okay, first Prince Benjamin, 13 personal soldiers, 9 Queen Unma guards, monitoring younger princes. So they have 9 spies all over the place. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with all of this, we'll just read it quickly. Second Prince Camilla, 12 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 7 servants, 8 Queen Duazul guards, monitoring, yeah. Third Prince Zanglei. Yeah, but she can have multiple, so she has 8 for Camilla and 8 for Tobeppa as well. And 8 for Lucerus. 8 for Hulkenberg. Yeah, officially everyone thinks he's Queen Unma's, so even Hulkenberg's guards are specifically Unma's guards. Uh, okay. Let's continue reading. Third Prince Zhang lays 15 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 3 servants, 7 Queen Tang Zhao Lei guards, monitoring younger princes. Fourth Prince Roidnix, 15 Prince personal guards, including 5 associate members, 5 servants, 9 Queen Unma guards. Duplicates. Duplicates? Duplicates? So they're the same guards. That. Okay. Is there anyone else from Unma? No, just officially just Benjamin and Halkenberg. Benjamin and Soroidnik. Okay. Fifth Prince Tupipa. 14 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 5... everybody has 5 associate members. Associate members as in Hunter Association? Because 5 is a lot. 2 Hunter Association members. I guess they count... what's his name? The rat. Bereston Association members. The temporary hunters. Okay. 6th Prince Tyson. 5 personal guards, 5 yeah, because they're duplicates, I guess. They're not separate. They're 9 in total. Some with Benjamin, some with Soroidnik, same with Duazul. 8 Duazul guards. Including 8 association members. Association member. Each Princess Guards and the Hunter Association coordinated together personnel to guard areas outside residential quarters. These personnel were given temporary Hunter Association member status as a matter of convenience. Rules have been ignored and they freely enter quarters. Servants. Some also serve as soldiers and some are non-combatants. The more personnel a prince requires, the more furniture, necessities and luggage needed to fit in their residence, and therefore the fewer weapons they can bring. Those with weapons are supplied. Personal guards. Soldiers, each prince assembled with their own connections. Only the first prince's guards also serve as royal army officers. Okay, so they have double jobs specifically for Benjamin. Okay, guards of the oldest 5 princes have been training since their childhood to give their lives to the prince, and morale and loyalty are high. Queen's guards. Each prince's guard has little sense of connection to them, but they are loyal to their queens. Hunter Association member. Professional hunters hired as Hunter Association members. 2 Hunter Association members. 5 Hunter Association members. Not just associate members. Associate members and Hunter Association members. So Bill is a Hunter Association member. He's not an associate member like the Bereston guy, but he is a Bereston guy. I'm confusion. Enough. It's too confusing. Tuesday, 1:30 a.m. Catty. Oh, she's looking at her wallpaper. Okay, and suddenly a door emerges. What's this? What's this? What's this? A door in the wall? I feel like I've seen this door before. It's the door to the magic worm, the playground equipment we played in when we were little. So she slips out. That's right, a magic tunnel. Back then we pretended we can go anywhere through here. And Kacho, suddenly... Wait, she was crying as well? She has a tear in her eye. And she's looking at photos. When suddenly Fugetsu shows up. And Prince Kachu's heartbeat has shot up. Did you notice? Yeah, Prince. Uh, 10th Prince Kachu, are you alright? Why? 10th Prince Kachu, please rely on us more. It's our job to protect you. Yeah. It's your job, so just do your best and get paid. Just wander around and pretend that you're worried about me like you just did. Like you did now. She's so strong. Her heartbeat shows that she believes her duty to do this. She believes it's her duty to do this. I feel pride in my work. I don't have anyone close to me I'd want to protect with my life like you do. But if protecting someone is my mission, I'm prepared to offer my life. Don't talk like you know everything. Have your parents ever told all your siblings to kill each other? I'm not putting my life on the line because I want to. You're right. Why do you even think I'm doing this for someone else? This girl, 10th Prince Kacho. 10th Prince Kacho, may I talk to you about Nin? This girl should be told the truth. Okay. 8th Prince Salisali is a guardian. A spirit beast is a manipulator. It's a diffusive induction type and is weakly compelling, but can control many people. The white smoke is intermittently exhales. It intermittently exhales. These words, I summarize, the more you breathe it in, the more your goodwill toward the prince increases. The prince's emotions affect the amount of smoke and area of influence, but it averages a radius of 7 meters. Once you've breathed more than a certain amount, a clone appears above your head. And it in turn makes contact with someone else and makes more clones. Yeah, they become infected and they also propagate the same smoke to infect other people. It's a contagious carrier of goodwill towards the prince. There are 3 possible goals of this manipulation of the Nin Beast. Control and increase allies. 2. Erode and decrease enemies. 3. Steal something from those enlisted to increase the power of the Nin Beast itself or its user. Okay, considering his nature, he desires a harem. My hypothesis should be correct. The attendant cards are highly loyal to begin with. It took half a day to generate a duplicate with the girls. Kurobda, how do you say that? On the same shift as me and guarding 16 hours a day, has been unknowingly breathing in the drifting smoke. Third, he blows the way. Third Queen, Tang Zhonglei, guard, with 0 loyalty to Sale Sale. If I can find out how many hours it takes for a duplicate to appear over his head, I'll unleash the Predator. If it's effective against the Guardian Spirit Beast, I can contribute to First Prince Benjamin's victory. Badum badum. Stranger Predator, a conjurative ability. When Rihan determines his targets and activates his Nin, a Predator starts growing inside of him. The more accurate he is on analyzing and understanding his target's ability, the easier it grows into his target's Predator, and the more superior to the target's ability it will be. Its power grows stronger the more accurately he predicts the ability from a state of complete ignorance, so it's powerless against simple reinforcers and emitter attacks, because yeah, there is not much to analyze about their abilities. So the more complicated rules an ability has, the more he has to learn about it, and thus the more powerful his beast can be. Okay. Room number 3, Clink. Oh, it's the coin. Clink, what's wrong? You dropped it. Pick it up? Well, it didn't come from us. A coin dropped out of nowhere. It's true. It fell out right in front of our eyes. I don't need to offer information to those who don't know about or can't see Nin. It's true the coin appeared out of air, but from Zhengli. Wait, what time is this? I know that this ability is really wonky with the timing and stuff. Well, not wonky, it has a certain, like, contradictions. It's true came out of, the coin appeared out of the air, but from Zhang guardian spirit beast's mouth. Another one already appeared yesterday, but only I noticed it. Let me go back to the... Okay, Tuesday, 1:30 a.m. Oh, what day? Is this the second day or the third day? I don't know what day the contest started on. Is there a date here? I don't know. I'm gonna assume it was on the first day. And this is the second day and another coin showed up. Another one already appeared yesterday, but only I noticed it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, thanks, Prince Tyson. Don't worry, love will always triumph. She has her own harm, okay. All the cold, lonely nights and the times you wish you could take back will one day become beautiful memories. This is love, the power of love, from the Book of Tyson, 2nd chapter, verse 4, Kana Chronicles, chapter 375, Persuasion. Viva Prince Tyson! Okay, clap, clap, clap. Even the little salamander worm is clapping. So they're slowly being inducted, huh? Wasn't that a total rip-off? Izu, yeah. What's his name? Iza? Wasn't that a total rip-off of Nishina Kana lyrics? Never heard of her. Leave me alone. Seriously, you don't have a life. Leave me alone. Her song "Darling" is a legend. Cue the waterworks at No Matter How. Okay, they're just talking about a specific pop idol. What do you think of these guys? I don't get any bad vibes. It's the nin beast of someone who preaches about love. It would be wrong for it to be harmful. It depends how you interpret love. Maybe it's like a spirit bomb. Your metaphors are too esoteric. You gotta know DB. DB? I've read it. Dragon Ball. Spirit Bomb, huh? 6 Prince Tyson's Guardian Spirit Beast. Emitter. Diffusive Levy type? The Iwog sticks to those who receive a Book of Tyson. Time for love exercise. Right hand to hip, left hand on head, and twist. The Iwogs stick to those who receive a Book of Tyson. The Iwogs collect. Okay, so whoever receives the book specifically. Okay. The Iwogs collect aura from their hosts, and in exchange for happiness, the degree of happiness depends. In exchange for happiness, oh, it's like Bab. It's like the Bab calamity. They exchange happiness for aura. Okay. Depends on how thoroughly they've read the Book of Tyson. However, breaking the soul taboo in the book brings about severe punishment. And what's that specifically? Breaking the soul taboo in the book brings about severe punishment. The soul taboo. So there's one specific thing. I mean, if you have just one thing, it's gotta be something really important. Like, don't kill anybody? Don't hurt anybody? Don't break anybody's heart? That would be something she'd come up with. Oh. Second Prince Camilla's guardian spirit beast, manipulator, coercive. Controls someone who fulfills its conditions at will. Ooh, she could use that to break out. If she controls Milko or anyone else who might be guarding her cell. Oh. So that's how she comes back into the limelight. How she comes back into actually the story. She manipulates someone, which they don't know the Nin Beast's ability. They don't know if it's manipulative or what. They should be on guard. They're experienced. Okay. Fifth Prince to Biba's guardian spirit beast, transmuter, collaborative type that requires a research partner for activation. Requires a research partner for activation. The beast can produce a variety of drugs within its body. And that partner we thought was Korabika at one point. I don't know if that was changed or if we still believe that. Seventh Prince Luzerus's she did attempt to work with Tsuridnik. she didn't she? She was like, oh yeah, all the other guys are corrupt. Was it Tsuridnik or who else? Fourth, third, second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she tried to partner with Tsuridnik and she was like, all the other guys are corrupt and I want to take them all out. Is Tsuridnik her research partner? God damn, the kind of disgusting drugs he can come up with. Seventh Prince Luzer's guardian spirit beast, conjurer, pseudo-coercive, manipulative ability. Okay. Benjamin we got absolutely nothing on though. We were not told anything about his ability. Just ability question mark. Okay. Conjurer, pseudo-coercive. So he's between conjurer and manipulator. Pseudo-coercive, manipulative ability. Sets a trap by conjuring whatever the target desires as bait and activates once the target falls for it. Okay. Whatever the target wants. So if somebody finds what they desire, we should be able to predict Luzer's Nin Beast being in the vicinity, being the cause. Anyway, this is dangerous. We must do something quickly or this could become a threat to First Prince Benjamin. Each individual's aura was average, but once they assembled with 9th Prince Hulkenberg, their power rose suddenly. A moment of silence for 12th Prince Momoza. Okay. By prayer? No, they're all united in action, a symbolic fellowship. When they're all on the same wavelength, they produce an enormous amount of aura. 9th Prince Hulkenberg's guardian spirit beast. So they're doing this and they're not even aware that they're doing this, huh? This is frightening. Ninth Prince Kalkenberg's Guardian Spirit Beast Enhancer. Symbiotic type. The greater the number of those with the mark of the... He's an enhancer. You'd think him a specialist or something, Hulkenberg, but he's quite the opposite. An enhancer. Okay. The greater the number of those with the mark of the feather who gather under the prince, the higher their potential. When the group unifies and activates its ability, it reaches the highest level among Nin abilities. Prince Benjamin must have noticed this. If we kill Hulkenberg, it must be now, while they're not even aware of their own ability. Give me instructions. After the moment of silence and their aura weakens, I'll kill him. Without their leader, their ability will collapse. The problem is Hulkenberg's Guardian Spirit Beast. It knows I can use Nin and is always on alert. If I approach Hulkenberg with the clear intent to kill, I don't know how it'll fight back. I expect it'll shoot its ruffled feathers. Ornzi, first queen on Masgard on the opposite shift, had received the mark of the feather along with the others. But the fact that it disappeared in 10 minutes shows that it has no effect on those who feel no loyalty to Hulkenberg, so it's not a coercive, manipulative ability. But like the others, he has no memory of receiving the mark. This is memory revision from a manipulator's attack. So the Guardian Spirit Beast itself is an enhancer. But it influenced by Hulkenberg's nature and personality, it was vested with a manipulative ability during its attack. I think what happened is it's an enhancer, and some enhancers have the ability to help other people get abilities. And that's what it did. And when it bestowed this upon Hulkenberg and all the others, they gained a manipulative ability. So it's not Hulkenberg who's an enhancer, the beast is an enhancer. Which apparently isn't influenced naturally by the nature of the prince themselves, Manipulative ability during its attack. It's not a strong manipulator and can't coerce. It's instead able to delete and tamper with memories. It's highly likely it's also counteractive in order to better affect memories. Because attacking second carries more risk. It can perform a more powerful revision, even overwriting my target as Prince Benjamin. I don't get what he's saying exactly. It's also counteractive in order to better affect memories. So he's worried about its memory alteration properties. Because if he got attacked and got his memories altered, he could be forced to attack Prince Benjamin. Is what he's believing. After a counter attack, I won't be able to trust my own memories. I won't even be aware of that. He won't even be aware that he can't trust his memories. This is how he perceives this situation. I can't. It's not wise to attack Hulkenberg right now. Without knowing his Guardian Spirit Beast's ability for sure, it might produce the worst result. I need at least one or two others as witnesses to its attack. This aura, is it Hulkenberg? Oh yeah, Benjamin is contacting him. Yes sir, it's a symbiotic type. Can you kill him? No. I'll need 2 people to verify information. I'll explain more later. Assassin in 14, the united force of 9 and the scum in 4. So many to choose from. The voyage has just begun. Like Camilla, there may be others who dig their own graves. Wait and see isn't my style, but it would be wise. Yeah, he is hot-headed, but Balsamilko guides him and stops him from attacking carelessly. Your Highness, where to? To make another appeal to father. Okay, they broke the moment of silence. But seeing the king outside the banquet is forbidden. If that disqualifies me, so be it. The king has declared the battle for succession cannot be cancelled. Further resistance could get you arrested. If I do nothing and there is another victim, I might as well have killed them myself. I can't stand that. He's legitimately crying for his brothers and sisters. The ninth prince is on his way to see the king. 5 attendants following. Roger. The rest of you carry out your duties. Yes, sir. That was amazing. A door to Cathy appeared when I wished for one. Did I do that? Is this my magic? The door disappeared when I came back. If it appears again when I wish for it, my magic is real. Please, door to Cathy, please appear before me. Why? Why can't I do it? Because she probably ran out of what's it called? Nin. Time's up. You made me pull an all-nighter. It better be worth it. I made him pay. But now there's a bigger problem. That sounds like 13th Prince Mariam's guardian spirit beast. Yeah, Vergey is pretty angry, but he let Bele go to Korabika's class, right? If it looks different outside the door... Yeah, if this room has been isolated, it's possible it won't be the hallway. Okay, it'll be bad if Vergey panics. He's suspicious of a Hunter Association conspiracy. We have to calm him down. Laurenti does not need to go. We fell for the sweet talk of a class on Nin and lost a precious ally. Bergen has been killed, so the quest to learn Nin is over. And Bergen was... I don't remember. True, the assassin hasn't been caught, and sending more people will gain us nothing. Okay, it's notable to remember that Swinkos, the mother of Sale Sale, her guard had an inability, and was the one who took out Momoza. So Swinko has guards that have nin abilities, or has some connection to people who do have nin abilities. So her guards are the top priority now. Is there? I'm gonna need to go back to the previous volume and check which one of the guards was Swinko's. I don't think it was the one that died, right? Berrigan. It wasn't Berrigan, I don't think. Okay. I will check it after we finish the volume. Or at the end of the stream, whenever that is. I have an idea. What? We can teach the staff here, Nin. We can teach the staff here, Nin. We'd like you to watch and ascertain the truth on Nin. You sound confident. You think you can make me accept the existence of Nin? Yes. A technique to make nothing seem like something. People call that sleight of hand. I understand. Is he pointing at Biscuit to show him? She's like, huh? Me? Me? Is that what's going on here? I understand Nin as a mental technique, but to bring out potential and display above normal power, the absurd superpowers that you espouse do not exist. This is how I really am. I don't know how it really works either. Uh, over years, I wished for a desired outcome, and I got to where I am through gradual changes. You're not wrong that the mind can affect the body, but the range of Nin abilities isn't as narrow as you think. It's not just magic tricks and sleight of hand. It's a real tangible ability. And overwhelming visual proof is the most effective persuasion. I could I could show him my double, but the risk is higher. I'd come under suspicion as the assassin to Prince Momo's. I mean, that was skill number 4, right? You have 3 other skills, supposedly, right? But you throw shurikens, you show him the Rasengan instead this time. I can't guarantee anyone within 2 weeks like Korobika, but for people with aptitude, it would be comparatively easy to double physical abilities in a month. I can't believe it. How can there be someone so beautiful? The beautiful yet sinister line from the trapezius muscle. I'm not a gym bro. I have no idea what these muscles are called. the something muscle to the deltoid. That one I recognize. His hamstring. His hamstring? It's quiet yet tyrannical bulge. He's at a loss for words. Yep. You don't know the half of it. Hanzo. You can choose who gets taught. You can choose who gets taught. Why don't we begin right now? No, that won't do. Me, teach me then, please. It'll save time if you teach me directly. Whether what you say is true or fiction. You're right. I'll change shift to match yours. Guarding the queen and prince at the same time would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes. That's not even a fraction of what's on his mind at this point. Okay, I'm thinking of maybe taking a little break after this chapter. Feeling a bit winded. Oh, Bellerante will go to room 14 as scheduled. Don't get me wrong, I haven't accepted Nin, and it's not to check outside. Yeah, I haven't accepted it yet. I need to show me all that you have about Nin in very closely and very intimate detail. It's strictly to find out what the other princes are doing. Alright, it's early, but we could check out. But could we check outside? Oh, hold on. I'll go with you. Don't get me wrong, I still don't believe what Korobika said. Okay. Okay, Bellerante is heading out. Well, it doesn't look different, and it's not like there's an invisible wall. Shall we request a hunter from 14 to come here? What for? What Korobika said was bogus. Being enclosed in an inn space, the boundary with the real world can be classified into 3 categories. Impermeable, one way. If there are no visible changes, most are number 3, and you can't get back once you leave. What? He did not hear a single word. Such powerful harmony of the digital flexors and extensors. Are you listening? Of course, but the whole thing is flawed. Bellerante just went out normally. The determination of being in or out of a space is most often calculated when the entire body crosses the boundary. Captain Verge, I'll ask again, may I go? Fine, go. But don't get me wrong. Quiet, Captain. The proof is in the pudding. Seeing is believing. Bellerante walks out. I'm completely outside. You can see me? Yes, as normal as can be. This time I'll go back in. Here I go, nice and slow, and he disappears. Well, to be honest, as soon as I was completely out, you all disappeared into thin air. So the room 13 I'm seeing is not the one you're in. Can you still hear me? I'll be off then. I don't know if I can get back. There it is. This is likely Prince Mariam's guardian spirit beast's ability. Huh? He's completely flabbergasted. This might be the first thing he's even registered since Bisky transformed. Also, I'm surprised not if all the other guards aren't freaking out about Bisky, because they shouldn't be able to recognize her. They'd be like, oh, who's this foreign entity that just suddenly appeared in the room? The other people should be freaking out, I would think, the moment they see her. Let's begin training everyone in Nin. Okay, that's 5 chapters. I think we can't finish the volume today, but I just need a little break. I feel a bit winded from all the reading. So, BRB, see you in like 10 minutes. Hello, hello. Took a little break. Caught my breath a little bit. Drank a little bit of water, and I'm ready to continue. 5 more chapters. Okay, chapter 376, Determination. I am deeply sorry, but you cannot see the king. Just need to fix my interface a little bit. Okay. I am deeply sorry, but you cannot see the king. Please wait until the next banquet. I'm here because that's not soon enough. Okay. At least give this letter to father. Aunt Prince Hulkenberg is negotiating with the guard at the VVIP gate. I can only pass the letter to Morrissey, the Grand Chamberlain? What the hell is a Chamberlain? My advice is to give it to the king directly at the banquet. Chamberlain. Chamberlain meaning. It's not giving me the meaning. Chamberlain, an officer who manages the household of a sovereign or noble. A chief steward. So a secretary, basically. Of a sovereign or noble. Okay. Okay. I am deeply sorry. VVIB, Chamberlain, my advice to give it directly at the banquet. I'll come again tomorrow with the letter. Until he sees me, I'll keep coming. The next day, and the next day. Okay, buddy. Calm down there, Hulkenberg. Second Prince Camilla was only fighting in self-defense after being fired upon by Musa, the first prince's guard. He fled, she followed in pursuit and came upon Furikov, the first prince's guard, and Wolfe, the first queen's guard. Guns were pointed at her and she felt in danger for her life and was forced to shoot. This is a case of self-defense. We demand the first prince and his personal army hand over Musa for the attempted assassination of the second prince. Okay, and are also filing a suit against first prince on suspicion of ordering the assassination. Objection. Firing dozens of shots at first prince Benjamin, who was unarmed, was clearly excessive, and we are not harboring Musa. I request that the first prince's quarters be searched. Your Honor, we request a search of the second prince's quarters. Alright, I will request that the royal army perform a search of both. Oh, we do see this person again. There you go. I did remember that correctly. Cleopatra, whatever his name was. I think it's him. At least it's the same hairstyle. So I'm assuming. Okay, until Musa is found, both princes will be confined to the VVIB area under surveillance. Protections service can continue as usual, but I will assign an escort to accompany all outings. Court is adjourned. Okay. Camilla walks free. She's escaped confinement, unfortunately. Wait. She's free? I would never see her again. I guess she realized the uselessness of her ability against someone competent like Benjamin. It doesn't matter. Musa's owl sees everything. I'll see it no matter where she is. I'll see it no matter where she is or what she does. Musa's a creep, huh? Day 3, 10:05 a.m. Day 3. It's day 3. I'm trying to figure out that Zhang Lei coin. Is it on this timeline? Is it on that timeline? When did that event happen? Everything just happens so weirdly in this arc. Can't figure out the timeline cleanly. Okay. So day 3, I assume. I got 3 of them. One is still inside. Close the living room doors. Nobody move. It's Muhan, right? Bill, close the bedchamber doors and don't open them until I get there. It's the same culprit. It attacked the moment Muhan went to the bathroom, so it's not silent majority. But it's very similar. There is holes in his neck. Usually directed remote control or a manipulator. Again, is everything alright? Stay there. The culprit is clearly attacking those without Nin. You'll be fine with me. 10 seconds after the scream and he's all dried up. But it's weird. Both the people killed on day 1 and the people on killed by silent majority were drained of their blood. So was silent majority somehow actually active already? I don't know. Okay. He's dried out, taken by surprise. There's no way to fight back without Nin. It's gone, but it wasn't small enough to escape through the vents. The Nin has been deactivated. We need to do some explaining in the living room. About what? This is a situation where people might start to think we planned it. I mean, obviously. How many people died already in your chamber? In your room? Everything that happened benefited us, especially considering how Muhan argued with me on the first day. That's it. You lured us here with the promise to teach us about Nin. Your plan is to eliminate us one by one. I knew it was too good to be true. Everything was a lie. Hold on, what I've said about Nin is true, and this isn't our plot. If we continue, you'll keep eliminating us, and if we quit, these murders will get covered up. Call the royal army. It's obvious which side the judge will support. What they're saying sounds logical, and there's enough circumstantial evidence, even with the royal privileges in the worst case. All of us could be separated, including the queen and prince. We can't get the royal army involved. I have to persuade them to continue. Hey, can I say something? Who bees while in hostile territory anyway? Isn't that just stupid? Berrigan was caught by surprise, but this was just being careless. He's trying to defuse the situation, yeah. The class is only a couple hours long. Just stay on your toes and go by the book. We're split into 3 groups, so keep an eye on one another. Do everything as a group, and this type of attack can't happen. Thank you for your opinion, but we don't fully trust your Hunter Association. Oh? The rumor is that you're conspiring to use the battle for succession to gain favor with the Kakin royals. Wasn't it to destroy Kakin from within? Where there is smoke, there is fire. I see. Besides the prince, this is also a competition to advance your careers. Good for you. It has nothing to do with us hunters. We do our best on the job, and once it's over, move on to the next one. Isn't your job in the class over? You know about Nin already. Why are you here gripping now that Bargain is dead? Typical speech of... Isn't Bargain his partner? I think he was like part of his group. Typical speech of someone who doesn't really have much say in the matter. Just listen to yourself. It's important to gather intel regarding the other princes' defenses. It's also the queen's orders. None of us underlings following orders are clamoring to end the class. If you want to quit, just leave. Don't drag the rest of us into it. The royal army should only be called to recover bodies. If you're going to accuse 8th Queen Oito and her guards, I can accuse everyone here of the same thing. Yeah, it literally everybody could be interested in the same thing, collecting everybody and taking them out, and blaming it on Queen Oito. You could also make a case for that. If we quit now, our mission fail, and the culprit gets away. You lose the chance to score any points. I'd like to continue as long as there's anyone who wants to. But you will be the ones to decide. Belaruante, a moment please. You sure? They're suspicious of us anyway. Now we can continue classes, thank you. No need, I need some help too, you see. Can I borrow Bill for 10 minutes? Bill? I see, it's worth a try. Yes, they might not be able to talk to me, but I can at least give them information. but it would be weird to talk to myself in front of room 113. People will stare, so you're going to pretend to be chatting with Bill. Hanzo got back, but that could be a special case. I don't know if I can get back. 13th Prince Mariam Ninbeast is in the empty room, right? Yeah, because Hanzo teleports back to his body. It's just how his ability works. Just see wherever his body is, he should just go back in. I heard. I'll make contact if need be, but I'll prioritize this side. Buy as much time and help as many princes as possible. We need to continue the classes, so I'm staying on this side. 10 minutes. Thank you. So he's chatting with Bill in front of the room so he can talk to and report back to his general, his head guard. Melody, come here. Yes, help me with my studies. Huh? What? It's pointless when I'm going to die anyway. Huh? What? It's pointless when I'm going to die anyway? No, not that. I don't mean that. I know myself best, but I'm stubborn, so I get more motivated. You're the youngest in this room after me, so you're closest to being a student, right? Beep 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 beep. That sound. Mosquitoon? She's sending Morse code. Can you hear this? If so, say music. What's your best subject? Click, click, click. Okay. I wasn't very good at school. It's music, if I had to guess. Huh? What's your problem? Do I look like I want to learn an instrument? Whatever. I'll do this by myself. Go away. Yes, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So she got in contact, and now she sent her out. Kitchen, cupboard, bottom left. Have secret conversation adults can't hear with Mosquitoon. She's racking her brains in order to survive. I'll save her, I swear. Too late. Too late. Another one this morning. It looks like an ordinary coin. If the Ninbeast created it, what kind of effect do you think it has? Effects of conjured. It's just sharing information. It's not gonna stay silent. Effects of conjured in the objects can be classified into two groups. They either work the same as actual weapons and tools, or they have a supernatural effect unique to Nin. Since there is no coin of this design that I could find, it won't be the former. I think it's a catalyst that activates a supernatural effect by fulfilling certain conditions. Third Prince Zhongli's Guardian Spirit Beast, Conjurer, a compound type. Multiple abilities activated by multiple conditions. Multiple abilities. Gorbik only considers like one specific use case for it. But the narration tells us something else. Multiple abilities and multiple activation conditions, huh? Someone who possesses the coin after fulfilling certain conditions will gain various abilities. So it's much more usable, much more active than we're led to believe later on. Day 4? Wednesday? Late? We're skipping a whole day? That's kinda dangerous. There it is, so this magic works once a day. Come to think of it, I got really tired yesterday after I got back. Where should I go today? Catty happened to be in her bed yesterday, but we would have been in trouble if the guards had seen us. Can I really go anywhere? If we can escape from this ship, I'd go with Catty. I have to investigate. Is it really once a day? Does it turn over at midnight, or do I have to wait 24 hours? How far can I go? How many people can I go through? Can the door appear in other places? Can I change locations while I'm coming back? How long does the door stay there without being used? I don't even know if I can come back through if I got out on the other side. Yeah, so she peeked at Kacho but then went back in. She never actually committed and left the door. Can I turn back midway or change the destination while inside? So many things I have to figure out. I can't waste any tries. I have to think and do this efficiently. First, I'll check if I can re-enter from the exit. If I can change where the entrance is from the exit. Check if I can re-enter from the exit. And if I can change where the entrance is from the exit. Just in case I can't get back, I'll have the exit stay in this room. I want to go next to the entrance. The door doesn't appear. It won't open. It doesn't look any different either. Yeah, because when she popped out of the sheets, it wasn't a door, she just pushed the sheets, kinda like how what's his name from CB9? The same way he opens doors in the air. Not Bellamy. Something with a B. The bartender from Water 7. Door doesn't appear, it won't open, it doesn't look any different either. Is it one way from the entrance or doesn't appear after I open the entrance? Begin research. I'm going to save Cathy with my magic. Muhan was killed? Yes, the culprit uses Nin. It was someone among the 21 people in room 14. It only occurs during the class so far, but I can't say if it's 14th Prince Wobble's people or the others. Should I keep going to the class? What do you think? It's fatal to someone without Nin who's attacked while alone, but it's possible to avoid being a target altogether. They've specified the limit to learn Nin was 2 weeks, so I think I should continue until at least then, whether or not it's true. I see. My impression is that Korobika, the leader, is not lying. Oh, the first time he hears Korobika's name. Or is it the first time? My impression is that Korobika, the leader, is not lying. The goal for the Hunter Association is to escort them until we get to the continent. That's as far as they need to prevent assassinations. It's quite likely that they're teaching Nin for real to level the playing field in order to create a stalemate. I generally agree, but are you prepared to continue, sir? Some of them can manipulate people, right? What if the act of teaching is the condition to activate the ability to manipulate people? Terrifying. He noticed a possible threat. He has surpassed me in one of the most important skills in Nin combat, the depth and speed of expecting the unexpected. This wound must be his guardian spirit beast's requirement. If you continue, when you get back here on the last day. You'll need to bring something to prove your innocence, whether or not you've learned Nin. I understand. I'll continue. So this guy, I doubt is silent majority. He clearly doesn't seem to know Nin. 11 more days. I can make it. I can teach him Zetsu. 11 more days. I can make it. I can teach him Zetsu. Oh, Theta dear. Yes. Don't you think I'm ready for this water divination thing? Not yet. Cluttering your mind with unnecessary information can backfire. True, it's better to know earlier. Come on, my knack for this is insane. Trust me, I'm much more obsessive than that. Let's go the shortest route. If I knew his type, I could form a plan. I made my objections. Okay, I made my objections, but yeah, do whatever you want. Phew-wee, what is this? I've never seen anything like this. A specialist. Only one thing is for sure, that it's sinister. Yeah, all he does is like collect disgusting uh, artifacts and body parts and stuff. So yeah, of course his nature reflects that. But a specialist is sure some. Couldn't it be a transmuter as well? Like if you're transmuting it into like whatever horrible stuff like this. Hmm. I feel that the possibility of a transmuter might also be possible, just based on the this test. Anyway, chapter 377, schemes. Schemes? Schemes? Schemes, yeah, it's schemes. A music show at the banquet? Yes, isn't it a great idea? We're the hosts, so you should do something. We're the hosts, so you should do something. I want to play the glass harp with Fufu as a duet. Melody says she can play the flute. Yes, I think it's great. Can you tell Fufu and Daddy about it? This is Queen Seiko, I think. Alright, I'll make another appeal to Daddy. Mom, it's okay. This is a This is a holy battle to decide the glorious king of Kakin. I will fight with dignity and pride. It's nothing to be scared of or sad about. Kacho. Eh? Useless wench. It's just an empty gesture to associate her guilt? Makes me say. Wait. Oh, that's Kacho, not Seiko. Oh. I thought Seiko was the one that was walking with Kaiser. Useless wench, it's just an empty gesture to us. Assuage? How do you say these words? Assuage. Assuage her guilt, okay. It's just an empty gesture to assuage her guilt. Makes me sick. Don't worry, I'm not recording this. Oh, please do. Click, click, click. Waiting for Daddy's reply. It will probably work. I'll arrange for you two to stand by in next to last passageway. Alright. Make sure performance plays through all floors of Tier 1 through speakers. Tell King to keep it secret to surprise everyone. Okay. I mean, how are they communicating with this thing? It should be only one way, because otherwise you would have to like put the earphone to your... or how would she know that? Maybe it is an earpiece thing. She can hear it. And she understands Morse code as she's literally giving her Morse code. Alright. Okay, I read that. I'll request meeting with Fugetsu. I'll investigate routes. Next Sunday is the day. Gacho, you don't have to play the villain anymore. It's probably to get the guards to choose Fugetsu if they are ever forced to make a choice, but this isn't what she would want. Your kindness will cause the suffering of the one you truly care for. No, it should never happen that way. If they can just escape from this stupid ship, they'll be able to look back and laugh about it. Melody, a moment. Hini, 10th Prince Kacho's guard, Hunter Association member. Somebody suddenly appeared. It's quite loud music. Yeah? More accurately, a head popped out of 10th Prince Kacho's bed. It was like a manhole cover being opened. An inability? Yeah, my N couldn't tell who it was. Oh, he's using N, yeah. But but it disappeared right away, and 10th Prince Kacho didn't make a sound, so it was probably 11th Prince Fugetsu. I think so too. Transportation ability, if used cleverly, could thwart even this situation. But if anyone finds out they lacked a combat ability, they'll be a target. Yeah, because this would be a support ability. They would be setting ducks for anybody with any real skill or a dangerous ability. Alright. Leave it to me. I'm counting on you. It's so stressful here, and this inn is exhausting. Though I'll keep going to protect her from the others. We can do this. Kacho's quick wit and ability to take action. Fugetsu's Guardian Spirit Beast's ability. My support. The stage is set. All I need to do is to secure the route and timing. My only concern is Prince Kacho's Guardian Spirit Beast, which we haven't seen even once yet. I'd like to know what it is, if I could. If it's belligerent, it might not even want to withdraw from the battle. If it becomes an impediment to the plan, I'll have to think of a way to make sure she can't release it. This is insane how characters are just thinking of this and then where we go next. And it's like, oh yeah, the beast is just her, but it's like it takes her place when she dies, and it's nothing even remotely close to what Melody is planning. So if you're reading this week to week, you would never like expect that this is where Kacho's Spirit Beast is actually heading. Central Dining Hall. I think we're going back to the troop. Yes, we're going back to the troop. Oh yeah. And we have an entire introduction. Number 0, Chrollo Lucifer. Number 1, Nobunaga Hazama. Nobunaga is number 1? I never actually remembered their numbers specifically. Surprising that Nobunaga is number 1. I assumed what's her name? The one with the memory bullets, Bakunoda. I assumed Bakunoda would be number 1. Since she's like Chrollo's team member. Franklin Bordillo. Franklin Bordillo, number 7. Machi Komasin, number 3. Nolanov Ndongo? Nolanov Ndongo, number 10. Kaluto Zoldyck, number 4. I guess she was number 4, maybe. I have a vague memory of her possibly being number 4. Finks Magcob. I'm surprised they have family names, considering where they come from. Like, is it that a place where many people throw their trash and many people just get thrown there? It's surprising they even have family names. Finks Magcob, Phaeton Bortor, Shizuka Murasaki, and Illumin Zoldyck. Did they choose their own family names, you think? Or is it just something that Togashi didn't think of? I don't know, it's probably dumb to assume Togashi haven't thought of it. Yeah, I would have assumed a couple of them just didn't have family names since they were raised in such a location as Meteor City. They could have been just discarded there, with no name at all. We don't... Or... They were discarded there, but they figured out where they came from. They hunted their families down and figured out what their family names were. In an effort to find out who they were. Maybe. But I feel like that's not the motto of Meteor City. It's more like, yeah, we roll, we are what we are. We don't really. Hmm. They just accept themselves for who they are. They just don't want interference from the outside world. Is how I kind of interpret Meteor City residents to behave like. That's what we saw from them. Um, so I don't know. We don't know which tier Hisoka is in. We've been going over tier 5 with a fine tooth comb for someone taller than 5'6", but no hits yet. We found out that traffic between tiers 3 and 5 is effectively limited by the Mafia. The Cha rule tier 5 here, the Chi tier 4, and Li tier 3. We'll just say the Cha R, Chi Yu. Say the entire thing, it should be easier. Passengers have been exploited by the country in various ways for labor. As human experiments, for organ donations, for post-voyage contracts, post-voyage contracts, all in order to secure passage, and what chicken feed they have left is snapped up by the Mafia. Okay, so that's what the royals do, and whatever is left the Mafia eats up. Okay. And now we have some of the Mafia approaching. Illumi, introduce. I'm surprised they're doing the introductions and the business interview now, after already being hired and smuggled onto the ship. Illumi, introduce yourself and tell us what Hisoka might be doing. I haven't heard. We're in the middle of a game of tag. Some Mafia dumbasses show up, thinking they on the place. So they're currently on tier 5. This should be the Cha-R territory. Okay, so this is Cha-R higher ups. On Saturday, is it? Dining hall, there's no timestamp anywhere, but they said, I think, that Saturday is when they show up to collect rent. Okay. Hi, I'm Illumi. I'm the Zoldic's oldest son. And Killua and Keleto are my brothers. I joined the Spiders on Hisoka's commission. We had a give-and-take relationship, but we know one of us would kill the other in the end. And now that's come to pass. The target he commissioned is himself. The prenup is that if he dies, I'll get paid. Both of us are serious, so I don't know where he is. Hisoka's so funny. He just hired me to kill him for fun. Okay, both of us are serious, so I don't know where he is. Sorry, this table is reserved. Go somewhere else. We're using it. You go somewhere else. You're the Phantom Troop, right? You're famous in our industry. That mayhem in New York remapped the Mafia power structure. We took advantage of the mess to get exclusive rights to the new continents. We owe you. We don't want a fight, but business dictates we can't be made into fools. Just step aside and you won't regret it. There's a reason why you're here. We can help. Okay. We're looking for someone called Hisoka. He's over 5'6" and he gives off a sinister vibe. He's our top priority. I'm surprised they're actually just saying it out loud. Yeah, he's kind of a weirdo. He's just you don't really feel safe around him. He looks at you with his weird eyes. He gives off a sinister vibe. He's a weird guy. He's our top priority. We can check the Royal Army's passenger list, though There are unofficial passengers like us, so don't expect much. You can search this tier, but to get into tiers 3 and 4 you'll need a ticket. Officially the Royal Army manages it, but the Mafia has its own set of ticket punchers. You'll get a free pass if you join us. Very kind of you, but no thanks. We haven't heard your terms. I told you, stepping aside is enough. I take your dispute somewhere else. We were on our way anyway. What about tier 1? How do you get in there? Don't push your luck. Get lost before I change my mind. Sunbin, are they trouble? Hells yeah. They can't be tamed. Wild fire drakes. I read that as Fredericks. It's like, wild Fredericks? Just a wild Frederick appeared, huh? They can't be tamed, wild fire drakes. If they want to get to tier 1, they'll get there, no doubt about it. The worst part is that they have no interest in hiding Nen. Nen is too much of a threat. Those who have it observe the unspoken rules to preserve the balance, like Jenga. If they go upstairs, it'll all come crashing down. We gotta stop that. Call our young leader. Yes, sir. Tell him what? Tell him there might be a fight. Ooh, I hate blood. Liar. He gave himself away. He flared up when we mentioned the top tier. I smell a big secret, and that means treasure. That's later. Hisoka first. We've shown. I love how pissed he is at Hisoka, and he's still absolutely not considering letting the treasure go. We've shown that is weird. We've shown our cards. Now do as you please. We want to have a party, but there is no cake. We need a special order to place in the center of the table. When we get it, we'll get back together and dine at that table. Bring me Hisoka's head. Bro, I wouldn't even trust bringing his head as him just being completely dead. I still would be afraid he might come back. Bro, that dude is a freak. Certified freak, 7 days a week. Okay. This shot is so nice. Got everyone doing their own thing, looking every different direction. Chrollo, can we team up? Oh, Binolo Nava and Shizuku. I'm the one who gets to kill him. Those are my terms. That's fine. Ono and our abilities don't work well against Hisoka's gum. I'm attacking as soon as he's not listening. That's my plan. What will you do? Okay. I'm going to look for Hisoka in disguise. Offense is the best defense. Same as Shizuku, but I transform rather than disguise. Oh? So wait, Chrollo didn't know about his ability? I guess they keep their abilities even from each other. And Benolonov, specifically, isn't one of the original troop members, so I guess it makes more sense for him to not show his abilities, kinda like Hisoka back in the day. Same as Shizuku, but I transform rather than disguise. Battle Cantabile? Battle Cantabile. Metaphorism. I can take many forms, depending. Yeah, the theory of him transforming into Hisoka that people called. I guess it has a lot more uh, credit when he himself specifically says, I'm going to transform. But I'm not smart enough to come up with a plan. I need your help. Alright, there's something I want you to do. So Kurolo asks him to transform into Hisoka. But what if one of the troop members comes upon Benolonov and they just immediately start swinging? They don't know that Benolonov is transforming or that he can even transform. That'd be hilarious if that would have happened. Oh, there's something I want you to do too. Can you read our fortunes again? I think we'd get some clues. I'm afraid I can't. That ability disappeared from my book. Oh dear, that means pretty much. I was thinking... I was thinking, your book is kinda like a Death Note. Kinda like the Death Note. Shizuko, you keep thinking that. So whenever he steals people's ability, I mean, to be fair, you steal a nin user's ability. A nin user is usually involved with other nin users. So once their ability suddenly disappears, they're left defenseless without any nin. It kinda is a Death Note. You are priming them to be killed. Because even... as soon as you become like a nin user, you typically get involved with other nin users, kinda like a JoJo stand users kinda attract each other. People come to know you and suddenly you're left defenseless and these people can now take you out. Especially if they have a grudge against you. Shizuku, you keep thinking that. Okay. Alright. Chapter 378. Balance. So we're getting into the mafias, huh? The spiders? I see. That's a problem. Balance is important. This is Shiyu, okay. Shiyu, which is tier 4, and third prince, our sport sorted by third prince. Okay. Zangle, yeah. If a resource is limited, the more it needs to be... if a resource is limited, the more it needs to be divided, the less of a share you get. For the haves to keep having, the majority needs to get the short end of the stick. That's balance. It's literally imbalance, but okay. Power works the same way. In fact, you need finer control. From extortion to war, force is the most effective means for the quick redistribution of wealth. The have-nots must not be given power. Have-nots. Have-nots is a specific word for the guards that Camilla uses. So it's not just this guy. This is like a practice that has been going on for like decades in the Kakin Empire. Of haves and have-nots. And this guy is involved deeply in the have-nots, huh? At least because he's using the word have-nots, I'm assuming. Shiyu boss, and technically the father of Zangle. Onior Longbao. Onior Longbao. I don't think I've ever read his name. It does not exist anywhere within my mind balance that I've ever read this name. Onior Longbao. Nosubi Hyogoro's half-brother, illegitimate. Benefactor, third prince Zangle. Illegitimate children, huh? I guess if the king has a child with a woman that's not a queen, not officially a queen. Yeah, these people exist that way. Not the other way of being like Beyond's possible son. among the princes, which is a legitimate queen's son. They lack the etiquette of those with power, freaks who couldn't even fit into Meteor City. It'll be difficult to control them. Savages who don't hide their talons and don't care about life or death. Some of my young associates are actually secret fans of theirs. The Chaw R boss. Broccoli. This one I remember. Broccoli. That's Hyugor's half-brother, illegitimate benefactor, 7th Prince Lucerus. So Lucerus is with Broccoli and Longbao is Zanglaze. Reminds me, someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss. Reminds me, someone else pushed. Someone similar pushed. Someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss. What do you want me to say? Birds of a feather will eventually clash without us lifting a finger. We want to control the win, right? Don't get it. Reminds me someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss. I guess they're both talking. And now Longbow is saying reminds me someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss. What do you want me to say? Birds of a feather will eventually clash without us lifting a finger. We want to control the win, right? Hehe. Hey, sir, find Hisoka before the spiders do. They want to control when they find Hisoka. Is what they want. Okay. Cha R underboss. Kenny Wang. Shi Yu underboss. Henrig. Henrig Bigandufno. Shi Yu is that one? And they flipped it. Okay, Shi Yu is on the left and Cha R on the right now. Yes, sir. Kenny Wang and Henrik. Okay. Gather all group leaders and offer 10 million to anyone with useful information. Yes, sir. 10 million to anyone who finds Hisoka and another 10 million to the leader of that area. Use your connections among the laborers. Yeah, to motivate leaders to get their minions sniffing around and working. Get the manifest and search the list of single male passengers. Get the manifest? Okay. Yes, sir. If he's not there, look through families of more than 3, including elderly and children. Boss, Hisoka's a floor master at the Heavens Arena. I know, he probably has a score to settle from that time with the leader of the spiders. I don't know if we could capture him. Idiot, who asked for that? I get the first, but why the other? Get the manifest. He's not there. Look for families. Okay, because it's the least likely. If we don't get a hit among lone travelers, that means he's probably vigilant and obviously taking precautions, but most likely he's stowed away. Difficult to pull off, but hardest to catch once he's in. Ask the queen to get the soldiers to do a round of ID and ticket verification. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard for him to hide on the ship with his bungee gum, would it? Find him. I'll take care of the rest. First, Morena, let's go. First, allow me to thank you very much. I'm deeply grateful to those of you who choose to follow me. When I used the ceremony to take over the family name as a junior member to utter my command to kill. However, I don't care about anything in this world, including myself. Haley boss, Morena Brudo, level 45. That must have been so funny. Oh yeah, she's level 45. What? Huh? Level 45. Nasbi Hyogoro's daughter with his lover, illegitimate benefactor, fourth prince, Tsuridnik. Let us destroy it all, just because, with the 23 of us assembled here. As promised, I will bestow an ability upon you. Come up one by one. Ability name, Contagion. The Etude. Etude? What is that? Etude. It's not even attempting to give me a pronunciation. A composition in the fine arts which is intended or may serve for a study. Etude. Apparently I was saying it right. Alright. Continue. With Etude of Love. Through the saliva of member 0, the affected individuals multiply up to a maximum of 23, including Morena. Members level up as they kill, increasing total aura and power. Upon reaching level 20, their own ability emerges. At level 100, the individual becomes a new member 0 and they can form their own community of infected. Civilians are worth 1 level. Those with abilities are worth 10. Kill a prince and your level will be increased by 50. Well then, I wish you luck. Good day. The 2 scars on the face, they signify the illegitimate children of the king who cannot become rightful heirs. At birth, their faces are slashed with a double blade. Their existence is permitted on the condition that they forever remain in the shadows. They selfishly procreate, fear the progeny, doubt and dread, then scar them for life and forgive them. Makes me laugh. But I like this scar. Without it, I would have slid closer to death. With this scar, I was able to perch on the razor's edge. In order to destroy this dung heap of a world, I can keep trying just a little more. Oh man, Morena is something else. The Cha'ar in tier 5 control all the commodities. Cha'ar, yeah. The Chiyu in tier 4 make their riches from profit margins of human trafficking and distribution of goods. Okay. Commodities, distribution of goods, isn't that same thing? I guess commodity is more general. The Haley's main income is by being intermediaries between the wealthy and the black market. Okay, We leave tier we leave tier 5 to the Boar family and head to tier 4. First I'm going to the Boar family, which they beat into submission to get them to search the ship for them. First I'm going to rescue my weapon from the warehouse. Procure my weapon from the warehouse. I'll go too. There is something I want. Me too. I need my trick umbrella smuggled in with the black market goods. What? Are you babysitting me? Pretty much. I can go by myself. No, even you acknowledge Hisoka's abilities. We go all in. You won't give that bastard a single ray of hope. Kill first, and who and how are secondary. They told me. Troop, right? What do you want? A sword and an umbrella. They've been smuggled in. This way. Careful. He's gone. From my inn in an instant. You're right. There's nothing. It's a dead end. Back from where we came. Oh, they suddenly sensed him coming back. Because he was dropped off. Hmm? The guy disappeared. Dead end. Skipped over us and reappeared as a corpse. Well, dead is dead. We look... Well, dead is dead. We look on our own. Hey, what about him? Hmm? A corpse can't help us and we can't call the others. Sword and umbrella first. Your priorities are weird. Yep. Like, we need our weapons to protect ourselves. We will deal with this guy when we get our weapons. I'm weird? Me? Stay back, nobody goes in. The area is off limits until forensics is done with the scene. Tier 3, General Passenger Area. How many Vicks? 20. He entered the room disguised as Royal Army and killed quickly. With Nen? Unknown. The weapon was a blade and there is no sign an ability was used. A random attack. Any witnesses? There is someone who happened to be there. Burp was in his 20s and slender, 6 to 6'2", a crescent scar on his left cheek. But canvassing the periphery didn't return any eyewitnesses account of a guy like that. The testimony is uncertain and some parts don't make sense. Could be confused from the shock. Let me talk to the witness. Nobunaga, Finks, Phaeton. They ignored my rank. Haley Associate, Luini, level 21. That's the commando team for the notorious spiders. That's the commando team for the notorious spiders for you. Electrifying, my idols. Let's destroy the world together. Okay. So they caught all the attacks, which is surprising. How many victims? 20. So they found all the 20 victims. I guess if you have Nen on your... If he hired Nen users, maybe they figured out pretty quickly. All the victims that Luini killed. Oh. Okay. Chapter 379, Collaborations. I heard a knock and she went to the door. She opened it and shortly after I heard someone collapse. I called out but there was no reply. Hey, are you okay? I stepped out of the bathroom. And he was standing there. Move. I stepped aside. I'll kill you if you make a noise. As if he needed to tell me. I could neither move nor make a sound. All I could focus on was doing as he said, so he would spare my life. Now what? I was gonna stop at 20. That was the whole point of going for single rooms. Please, please don't kill me. That was the whole point of going for single rooms. I was praying silently, certain that I'd be killed if I uttered a word. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20? Wait, it's 21. Alright, levels and numbers, peoples are offset by 1. That bothers me. Which number should I count by? I had no idea what he was mumbling about. This won't work. It's too odd. I gotta do it. Right, when I thought I was dead, there was a scream outside and the sound of people milling around. People running down the hall, bounding on doors, screams. There was so much noise outside and he locked the bathroom door from the inside. From the inside? Yes, I sat here until the royal army pried open the door. The man had escaped. The pipes aren't big enough for a rat, much less a human. The soldiers said the same thing, but he didn't come out. They confirmed that the door was locked. Just please catch him and ask him. Just please catch him and ask him. If her statement is true, then the burp uses nen, but it bothers me. Killing would only take a second. Why leave a witness? Was he rattled by the noise? No, it doesn't match his profile. A man who killed 20 people so quickly. Levels, numbers of people, offset, and the numbers 20 and 21. Those are clues to the mystery. So she straight up told him literally everything, huh? She gave him every single clue. But also, to be fair, she was caught up in it as well. Luini killed her roommate, so she is now a witness. She can't not. But she didn't have to tell them literally all the details. She's definitely weird, huh? Casual. What happened next to each other are clues to the mystery. So how did you know the victim? We happened to sit next to each other to eat. We hit it off right away. She wanted advice about her personal life. I didn't even get to give it to her. Please go rest in your cabin for now. We'll have to talk to you again. Haley Associate, Casual, Level 1. I'll mix the truth with lies like that. It hints at why I wasn't killed too. Good idea. Make sure to describe my scar accurately. Are you sure? I want to know their investigative abilities, like how long it takes between between identifying me and getting found. He literally wants to get caught. He's he's one of those losers, huh? Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave clues so that you can try and find me type of criminals. Are you sure you'll be put to death if they catch you? I won't get caught. Even if I do, I'll escape. The boss said your ability will provide for you if you wish hard enough. I can feel it. I've just been bestowed with a gift. This power will take me to where I want to go. And then Luini disappeared from the bathroom. A transportation ability, I don't really care for it. A transportation ability, I don't really care for it. Is it really that fun to get it over with so fast? I'll go slowly with leveling up and asking for the gift. I've succeeded in contacting the investigators. Now to get to know them better. I mean, how you're now a suspect, or you're connected with the suspect or with the case. So how are you planning to, like, she doesn't have any abilities yet. She needs to take out 20 people normally with just her own abilities, without any nin or anything. If she's gonna do it on her own, she seems to be a lone wolf, at least from her expression. And she's gonna just go and take out 20 people? Okay, we'll see about Cashew. One door and a room of impenetrable walls. Those are the activation conditions of my ability. One door? That's a lot of limitation. Like, any kind of room that has multiple doors would not work, huh? And then from the wall or floor, I can go somewhere else. I can go back to the original room whenever and from wherever. But if the original door opens and is no longer a sealed room, the ability resets and I can never use it in that room again. So the bathroom is... he can't never ever access the bathroom again. So this is an ability that lends itself a lot to traveling and moving and changing places, because you can't come back to the same place. It's done once a specific room is burnt. I'm also limited to only places I've been to before. I think I can also go outside the ship, but considering the danger of getting reset, I can't test it right now. First, I'll enjoy this collaboration with the spiders. All gone. No, one got away. All the other guards, yeah. I don't like it. It's telling us to go after him. Oh, the blood trail. Blood is dry. This was done around same time as other one. I don't get what this guy wants to do. The first corpse was enough to blame on us. If they let one go, they'll go find out. If they let one go, they'll find out it wasn't us. If victim is alive, maybe this one isn't related to us. It was done by someone else? No, why did he injure one then let him go? To show the way to the hideout, right? If we had reacted upon seeing the body and argued with the others, creating a conflict, that would have been great. But since we were unfazed and continued with our search, he took it upon himself to get to the Cha'ar hideout. So you're saying he randomly tried to use us, and since it didn't work, he had to go with his first plan. No plan at all, right? It sounds just like us. It's just speculation, like you said, it could be two killers. Maybe he failed to kill and went after him. But that first corpse was totally messing with us. Bro. Okay. We would have noticed if it was Hisoka's gun, if the corpse was pulled up and over our heads. Not Hisoka. Wound wasn't made by card. Something bigger, and it was shoddy. This guy wants to pick a fight. Not with us, but with the Sha'ar. Security cams here, in the lowest decks? I wonder what's inside. God only knows. It's locked. Not a big surprise. Hey. I'm Wang, Cha'ar underboss. I was told to wait. But I hate waiting. I'll ask only what you can answer. Huh? Did you attack the warehouse guards? Okay, Cha'ar, Consigliere Itoko. We moved over already. Got something else to say? Aren't you going to find Hisoka, Franklin? I don't waste effort. He's looking to kill us too. If I sit and wait, he'll come and find me. I see. Cha'ar Consigliere Itoko. I just got a call from my boys. 2 warehouse guards were killed, 4 taken. What do you think? It wasn't us. Actually, it depends. If you guys picked the fight, we'll always pick up the gauntlet. That's what I don't get. It was a done deal that your 3 friends were going to get their weapons. There was no reason for us to fight. Then it wasn't us. It was someone else who used the situation. Was it Hisoka? Who knows? It could be him. It might not. It might not. It wasn't us. I see. By the way, did you come on board just for Hisoka? No, we're bandits. We're bandits after all. But we won't take any next steps until we kill Hisoka. If there is no gauntlet, we won't pick it up. It's such a fuck you kind of statement of, oh yeah, well, we're here for the treasure. We're gonna rob you blind. Deal with it. Alright. Sorry to bother you. Yes, alright. Forgive me, I'm getting the whole story now. That's the Shah hideout. A man came by just now, carrying a bloody guard. The stupid associate was too shocked and let them in. The shooting started right after that? No, according to those in the hideout, the guy's face was too bloody to recognize and he was yelling, "The spiders did it." I told you we didn't do it, so it's his plot. I know, he slipped away, and the guard was dead. What's annoying is he thinks he can manipulate us with such a crude trick. I'm glad you were calm, reasonable people. He was probably a hitman from another family that desires conflict. Or maybe the call was to get inside the hideout itself. What? What do you mean? Is Kenny playing dumb here? He may have been aware that it might have been a Haley member. Or he must have figured out it's probably a Haley member that broke in, and he's like, what? He wanted to get in? What? Huh? Why? What do you mean? Marking is one of the conditions of a teleportation ability. They can't jump to somewhere they haven't been before. So he came here to fulfill that condition. If he used Nen, you should understand how dangerous that is. Now that he's succeeded. He understood, but he tried to play it dumb. Divorced from balance, unreserved, with no allegiances. They just say whatever they want. They say it as it is. They don't care to sugarcoat it or hide anything. They move how they want. And they have the power to execute on it. Then, as I feared, they are a risk factor that must be eliminated. Yeah. The thing is, he wanted to like hide the ability and give the Haley member access to their hideout. What would you say if I said we should work together? He wants to get close to control them from the inside, to manipulate their decisions, maybe suggest stuff and control their behavior by suggesting what they should do to them. At least that's what I think his stare and his what he's thinking at this moment. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm really tired. But last chapter. Chapter 380, Alarm. We need to talk about the violent crimes on board, especially the string of recent murders on Tier 3, since it started on day 3. On day 3 of the voyage. It's doubtful it comes from the stress of long-term confinement. From all indications, the forensics report from the scene, victimology, motivation, etiology, and statistics. This is an abnormal situation with circumstances particularly deviant from ordinary murders. Several factors point to a street slasher for whom killing itself is a goal. Ritualistic elements are suggested by the number and words muttered by the Brib, and in light of the particular situation of this ship, the likelihood is high that there are multiple lone wolf serial killers murdering in parallel, spurred by the seed urn ceremony to decide the next king. God damn. Everybody is flabbergasted. How dare you? You're saying a princess behind this? Absurd. The princess can't even leave Tier 1. The battle for succession is among the princes. Why would they need to mass murder general passengers? I'm not finished. If a prince is behind this, there's no problem. We'd need to set someone up as the true culprit. We'd need to set someone up as the true culprit? Okay. The ship is so they're giving them a pass, is what he's saying. The ship is the place where the next king of Kakin, the ruler of the new continent, will be decided en route. The battle for succession should be prioritized by all on board. Until there is only one prince left, they are exempt from repercussions for their actions. Besides, directly killing another prince, of course. Besides directly killing another prince. So that's the only condition? Okay. The candidates have both royal privileges and succession protections as their bike and capital punishment for royal murders as their shield. And capital punishment for royal murders as their shield. This means there will be commissioned murders and incentivized murders committed in the hopes of earning the favor of the future king. Minecraft. This entire every single chapter is just murder this, murder that. I sure hope this doesn't get the videos suppressed. Anyway, this case is even saying that in itself a cause for concern. Anyway, this cause can be considered the latter. But the question at hand is, why would they need to mass murder civilians? The answer lies in the occult elements of the seed urn ceremony. The ceremony has allowed its leaders to prosper since the country opened its ports. It's only natural that they believed they could gain supernatural abilities through ritual sacrifice. Consider its prevalence through human history. As for this criminal who followed the prince's unspoken wishes, it's not hard to imagine that he sought bloodshed to gain supernatural power for himself as well. And now, down to business. These crimes will only continue and multiply. And when it goes beyond a critical point, this ship will sink by 200,000 people jumping at shadows by the riots caused by fear. No way. There are about 2,000 guards and Royal Army soldiers on board. Simple arithmetic would mean 100 civilians per guard. The reality is Tier 1 has 40% of the guards at Tier 1 has 40% of the guards at 800. 800 guards at Tier 1. Tier 2 has 600 guards, so 70% of the guards are allocated to the rich. Tiers 4 and 5 rely on the mafia to maintain public order. On these levels, there are over 300 civilians per guard. Damn. If anything happens, the soldiers in the lower levels will be powerless. There is not a moment to waste. We need to stop the murders and remove the source of the passengers' anxiety. But what is there to do specifically? The most effective action is to take is to suspend the succession battle, but this is not realistic. The next best thing would be to reorganize the Royal Army. I propose we send 800 soldiers to the lower tiers. We can't! The fate of Kakin is on the line. This is not a threat. We can't. The fate of Kakin is on the line. This is not a threat. If we advise the first prince, the head of national defense, I'm sure he will agree. Okay. We have enough data and can expect sufficient effects upon execution. If you don't report this to him, it will still remain in the meeting minutes, and you'll be the ones in trouble. Ark, I feel like I sold my soul to the devil. That was the best we could do without explaining about Nen. Yeah, he doesn't like how the politics of cocking is working, huh? He wants something more clean, something like holding the princes accountable for these murders. He doesn't like the fact that, oh yeah, we'll just set up someone else to take the fall for that. At least I assume that's what he's not enjoying. Hmm. Anyway, I'll summon the association members in charge of the areas outside of the royal living. No, I misread. I feel like I sold my soul to the devil. That was the best we could do without explaining about Nen. An unknown threat is a trigger for panic in civilians. Telling them about multiple serial killers with superpowers is a recipe for disaster. So yeah, so he made it all about like occult and uh, what's it called? It being some ritual and some weird people that think they're gonna get superpowers. Uh, yeah. You extended the fuse as much as you could. Now we need to evacuate as many people as we can to defuse the detonator. Uh, I'll summon the association members in charge of the areas outside the royal living quarters. We'll be through in the gag order about. We'll be thorough in the gag order about this with the cocking officials. I get the feeling the fuse to destruction is shorter than we can imagine. Here's the inside. Ooh, that's the monitor room. We have cameras on major spots in tier 5, just like this room, of course. Here's when the guy brought the warehouse. Here's when the guy brought the warehouse guard. See him trying to open the back door in the chaos? But it's locked. He gave up and snuck out. He left the victim there and tried to open the door. He made sure the cameras never got his face. Got video of the warehouse? There's only a camera at the entrance. Got a video of the warehouse? There's only a camera at the entrance. Only the three of you came in today, besides our associates. Okay, work your way backwards and make a list of everyone who came through. It's likely he came to check beforehand. The cameras were set up the day before departure. The cargo was loaded before that. If he came in as a worker, he won't be on tape. We're not expecting much. He'll come anyway to open that other door. Want to see what's inside? I won't ask for it for free. How about in exchange for the killer's head? Trying to open the back door in the chaos. Okay, and he's like hinting that he will come back to open the back door because he wants access to the secret passage that they have. I won't ask for it for free. How about in exchange for the killer's head? Fine. Hey, these three will be in the rotation from now on. Oh yeah, because they realized that this is possibly a passage to the upper tiers. Okay. So they're making a deal of, hey, we'll catch the perpetrator and you let us to the upper tiers. These three will be in the rotation from now on. Okay, teach them the ropes. I'm Tsudonke, supervisor. Hey, how many SHA members on board? About 250, including French. I don't know about the other families, but it's bound to be similar. Oh my god, it's the spiders. I wanna ask them questions, but I'd set a bad example. I gotta find a way to chat with them, one-on-one. Help yourselves to the ready-to-eat meals. You can pay to go to the dining hall in tier 4 during breaks to get something more decent. Should I ask them for an autograph? Man. Zystom, third tier 3 political ward, political and legal enforcement agencies, police. I forgot all about the Zodiacs. Man. Mizystorm, Botabai, Clock, Sky, Bongo, Bingo, something simple. Gongo, I forgot his name. Bion and Ginta. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Political legal enforcement agencies, police station, Royal Army office. Oh, they're all next to each other. Okay. Medical ward, Central Hospital, Research Institute, Shiden, Liorio, and Gil. So the research probably are free for now because they don't have much to do until the actual Dark Continent. So Gil should probably be very free to like act around the ship and do stuff. Haley family office. Luini. Oh, the family office is here. Okay. Tier 3 is standard cabin cashier. Is this wait? Is this the place Luini is at? Is this where they take back Borkson eventually, or is it? Or if it's not there, I think the Haley office is actually like a hidden area in the walls somewhere. It's not this one, maybe. Tier 3 standard cabin, casual. Okay. Tier 3 observation deck, Illumi and Caloto. And now we go to Tier 2, central passage, tiers 4 and 5. Rolo, Banolonov, Shizuku. So they're starting over there. Warehouse entrance, Phaeton. Phaeton is at the warehouse. And Nobunaga and Finks are at the office. Char office. Shiyu family office, Hinrik. So we get Haley, Shiyu, Char. Okay, they're all pretty spaced apart, huh? Warehouse entrance, Phaeton. Tier 5 central dining hall, Franklin. Tier 5 standard cabin, Machi. Day 4, 10 a.m. A stowaway with a deadly weapon is on the loose. Please stay in your cabins and keep your doors closed until instructed. Where's my music? Oh, it's that. I see. Okay. Until instructed. Meal times will be designated by area. The military will escort you. Again, I repeat, please stay in your cabins. Well, we'll first sweep through Tier 3. Start at one end, search through all cabins and expose any suspicions. Anyone suspicious. Detain anyone without an ID ticket, even if it's a child. Please cooperate. A stowaway is on the loose. Okay, they're on Tier 2. Hey, raise your hands and turn around slowly. Haven't you heard the emergency broadcast? Wait, where were they? Tier 3, not Tier 2. Okay, I thought they were on Tier 2. Well, that's what I remembered. I remembered incorrectly. We were asleep. ID tickets? It's in my inside pocket. Sleep. Excuse me, but what is a VVIP doing here? Business. I'm doing business, sir. With all due respect, this ID may have been an all-access pass, but due to recent imposed martial law, the passage between tiers 2 and 3 will be closed, probably for the duration of the voyage. We can escort you to the upper floors. We'll stay here. Huh? I told you, we're here for business. We're staying in Tier 3. But Corporal Missouri. He's a hunter too. Yes, sir. Spiders are on the ship. Yes, everyone's here. It's just, oh yeah, everyone's here. Yeah, they literally don't hide. Enemy knows exactly the type of people the spiders are. Ah, yeah, we're all here. Sure. Yes, everyone's here. Enemy? Oh, I'm too honest. I answer when I'm asked. Sorry, but no more comments. I have a confidentiality agreement. Fine, but staying in your quarters is now mandatory. Those without valid room numbers will be detained. Having your ID registered to a room in Tier 3 is a prerequisite to remaining here. We'll get you a room at the Central Police Station. Sure, I'd prefer a cell with a shower. You're not getting arrested, so you'll get a room in the same dorm as the rest of us. Unfortunately, all officers have communal bathrooms. You'll have to put up with us. We knew Kaluto Zoldyck had joined the Spiders, but the eldest brother too? What could they be plotting? Yeah, we saw Kaluto all the way back in Greed Island, even. What could they be plotting? The Zoldicks and the Spiders are serious business. Why is Kaluto? Again, why was Kaluto ever with the Spiders? Since Greed Island, even. I don't have a single clue. I don't even have a hint of what could possibly they be doing there. The Zoldicks and the Spiders are serious business, but I can't have Kurobika find out that they're even here. But why are they here? The intrigue surrounding the Nin Beasts and Princes forms a complicated situation as it is. A distraction that would shake him to the core would be fatal. Is it possible the Spiders want revenge on Kurobika? They want revenge, but not on Kurobika, but they would want revenge on Kurobika if they knew he was here, but they don't know he's here. But would they even care about Kurobika anymore? Oh yeah, he killed Bakunoda, so yeah, definitely they would care. Still. They don't know currently, but they are taking revenge, but anyway. Allomi became a hunter at the same time as Kurobika. If the Spiders found out that Kurobika is a hunter, it led them to the Black Whale. Should I tell Kurobika or not? If they are hunting for him, he should be aware instead of not being aware and taken by surprise. But if they aren't, then that would just add unnecessary stress. And could cause him to miscalculate as well. Mizai, we found one without an ID. There's one problem. What is it? Psst, 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 psst. Say what? Otobai, Genta, you're in charge. I'm going back to HQ. Oh yeah, it's Fugitsu. She said, that's not how you start that conversation. We found someone without an ID. They don't need an ID. They are the ID. It's Prince Fugitsu. Is she safe? Yes, we're restricting access, but several soldiers recognized her. Impose a gag order. Place them into custody. It's all right now. It's all right now. It's all right now. It's all right now. Is how I word it in my head. Can you please help us make sense of this? Prince Fugitsu. Please, thank you. The chapter just wouldn't end. I kept reading and reading and it kept going. There was always another page. I'm so tired. Finally, volume 36, all in one day. That was hard. But hey, I'm improving. If this was last time, I could not even get close to this much reading without having my voice completely give out. Also, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at reading and enunciating, some of the words, which is the whole goal of these streams, kinda. I wanna get better at enunciating. Whew. Okay, I would love to like go back and maybe do a little bit more of a thorough read through, but I'll save it until next stream. What I'm gonna do from now onwards, is maybe we're just gonna read it 5 chapters at a time, but we're gonna go through them much more thoroughly, because yeah, I could get through an entire 10 chapters, but am I giving them enough attention? Like, am I focused enough to like memorize and pay attention to everything and theorize about everything, and not just blitz through them like these chapters? So next stream I'm going to analyze this the volume we read this time, and we're gonna just read 5 chapters after that, I would say. And hey, today is the first time I said I would stream at a specific date and time, and actually did it. Which is progress. Now, am I gonna say that I'm gonna stream tomorrow as well? But that's taking it a bit too far. But yeah, I'll see if I can stream tomorrow. I should be able to. But whether I will actually or not, I don't know. Anyway, good stream. See you. Bye.